Load, you fool. Okay, it says we're live, but it won't go put us live till just a second. For little girls. I will post you, and you will go where I want you to go.
There we are. We're on there.
Hey, guys! How the fuck is it hanging?
Okay.
Can everybody see us and hear us okay? Got a little bit of a new setup.
Tiny bit. So after last week's paranormal event, I had to move. I'm not sitting over near that motherfucker ever again.
It's an entire new house.
Yeah, dude, that Danny James showed that little thing where he showed the Revenge of the Ex-Wife or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I for real didn't see the ghost that he put in that, and I shit my pants. You know how you search for shit in the thing, and I saw it. I'm like, oh fuck! It scared me.
Hey guys, welcome to We Watched a Movie Friday Night Fights. It's Friday. You survived the week. Congratulations. Unless you have to work tonight on the weekend, in which case that sucks, and I'm sorry, because I know what that's like, and it blows.
It sucks holes.
It blows big time.
And Courtney is here.
Courtney's here. I didn't even check with Vinny to see if he was going to be here tonight. I assume so, but if not, we'll be all right. He gonna do one. What's up, Joe, Todd, Jonathan, Sade, Jason, Tracy, Albert, Devin, Dungan, Will Wolfenstein, Ashley Pendleton, Sydney Allen, Corley Farr, Colorful, Josh Weaver, Bernie G, Let the Stud, Z Hurt, Orlando Gutierrez, Eggshin 6, Candace, Vanessa. Vanessa's here just in case Corey's not. Jordan Cruz, Madden Extraordinaire, Jason Strope, Laura Strephone, Katie Sidebottom's here tonight, everybody. Ken Burnett, Mercurio, Michael Blake, PJP.
Johnny Davis is here. He says big weeders. I wish we had him. I wish we had him.
Johnny Cage, Luke King, Sonia.
That's the most basic ones. Kato wins.
What's up, David?
I always liked how he said, he goes, Raiden. Everybody else is boring, and then he goes, Raiden.
Keep moving you to fix your shit.
What's up, guys?
Blood Red Skies. Thanks, man. He says, Michael J., do your best impression of Jack frozen in the snow at the end of The Shining.
Jack frozen. No, that's pretty good. It felt like this. We're like,
oh, Let the Stud, you son of a bitch.
Oh, he
you
beat you
son of a bitch. I've told you this before. Nobody asks what everybody's drinking unless it's me. And you super chat it, so now we have to answer. God damn it. I'll put the system on trial. I'm drinking Mountain Dew, and it doesn't have any vodka in it.
Awesome. That's right. It's all Christian programming. I'm drinking RC Cola, Royal Crown. Not the
choice.
liquor. Not the liquor.
I'm excited. Can you tell?
Yeah.
I just had a brain freeze.
No, Mad Hatter Girl-thon. We're not going to wait for Jay's camera to go haunted again. It won't happen. I promise you that. I brought in experts. I brought in James Woods from Scary Movie 2.
He blessed the house.
He said, goddamn enchiladas.
Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Oh, you going to get it now, bitch.
That's what he said.
You scared of spiders? You scared of rubber spiders?
That's what
you scared of rubber spiders on strings?
He told me I was going to get it tonight, bitch, when he said I couldn't afford when he said what the bill was. I was like, you go get it now, bitch. Haunting was worse.
Johnny Davis is drinking Capri Sun. I can appreciate that. PBR for Love the Stud, the band drink. Modelo for Ashley Pendleton. Everybody's saying, Jay, you're not blue anymore.
Yeah, I know.
If he was green, he would die.
If I was green, I'd be with envy. No.
Orlando's on coke.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was using my regular TV when we had the old setup, so it was all blue in my face and shit like that, like I sucked off a Smurf. But now
it's not the first time this week Jay was blue in the face.
Yeah, well, that's when I was holding my breath because it was just stinky. But no, I'm glad it's a good exchange for me.
You look clean, man. Lost Boy Bios. Thanks, man. It says
Andy, nothing is behind me except rad posters.
Evil Dead Now versus Scream 5. That's on the docket, my friend. That's on the docket. Don't worry, obviously we can't compare the movies because they haven't come out yet, but the last round, the bonus round, will be which movie do you think is going to be better, Scream 5 or Evil Dead Now? I mean Evil Dead Rise. Don't answer yet because we're going to do that in the pants down below.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa. Below.
What's this? Oh.
I can see inside of you.
Good.
You even got some red cups, man.
Huh?
The red cups match your shirt. It's
Yeah,
like we're together. We're both drinking out of the same cups.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm starting at Target next week. I can't wait. I'm being the character.
Is Vinny here, you guys? We can go ahead and start the count. I don't know if Vinny's here or not, though. I haven't heard from him yet. Missy's drinking an orange glass of fizzy soda pop. Nick Mundell's drinking Molson from Canada.
Oh, fancy.
Milwaukee.
Syrup in a bottle.
Vodka for Ting Wagzu Pack. A new Patreon. I see you there, Tim.
I like, if you're from Canada and you chug one back, I think the first thing you got to say is, Bret Hart, Montreal screw job. Goddamn.
That's what you order when you go to Canada. Oh, the Montreal screw job, please.
Yeah, that's probably a real thing. And like, can I also get Shawn Michaels sucks dick? That's the steak.
Dude, so I got to tell you a quick story real quick before we get started. We went for Father's Day. We went out, and the shot thing reminded me of it. We went out for Father's Day and haven't been out to eat anywhere, but my dad wanted to go to Outback. That was his choice. I was like, I don't think it's a good idea, but you want to go, we'll go. He hadn't been out in forever because he's been super quarantined. So we go to Outback, and we had to wait for 2 hours to get even though there was a reservation, we had to wait for 2 hours. So as a mea culpa, they gave us a couple free appetizers, and then towards the end of the meal, the manager comes like just dunking around the corner, and he's got a tray of shots. He's like, who's the drinkers here? And we're all like, what is happening right now?
Is it a question?
He comes around and he goes, this is called a chocolate cake. And he gives everybody a shot except for my mother, who declined. Gives everybody a shot, and the children obviously did not give the children a shot. And
why are you talking about? What kind of shitty place is this?
She reads at a sophomore level, pal.
Those midgets cannot hold their booze.
But he goes, it's called a chocolate cake shot. And what it is you take the shot and then you suck on a sugary lemon. And it's supposed to magically mix together like that shit in Die Hard with a Vengeance. And liquid, it tastes like chocolate cake. And it did. It tasted like chocolate cake. First off, what kind of a manager at a restaurant gives out shots to say I'm sorry? They usually just comp your bill. I like it. I like his style. I felt like Christopher Walken. I like it. What you want to do? But it was delicious, by the way. I've never heard of a chocolate cake shot. Has anybody in the crowd heard of a chocolate cake shot? It was amazing.
They did sound really good.
Oh, tasty.
I have a story.
No one wants to hear it.
Well, your shit was boring. You had chocolate cake in liquid form. Wow. Was it your birthday in your mouth? It sounds delicious, and I wasn't there. It wasn't really as fancy as that. I was trying to be good on RD2, Red Dead Redemption, and dude, you know what I had to do today? It fucking sucked. I had to kill innocent people to stop them from reporting a crime because these cocksuckers tried to jump my horse and me on the side of the trail, and I had to shoot them, and I didn't do nothing wrong, and it's like witnesses, murder gonna be reported, so I had to shoot those motherfuckers, and then I stole their horses. Dude, I felt bad, though.
Arthur was like, I gotta do what I gotta do.
Oh, man, it's so good, though. It's so addictive.
That was more Batman.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, really quick, Courtney wants to know, who would you bring back to life Pet Cemetery style?
Kobe Bryant.
Pet Cemetery style?
Yeah,
that motherfucker wouldn't
you
even
think
know.
He was vicious before? That motherfucker would be... That's too soon. I can't.
Oh,
That's not funny.
I would.
Sorry.
I probably do. I don't know. I do George Washington to see if his fucking teeth are still wooden. I don't know. I really don't know. That's a good question, though. I don't want to bring back anybody from Pet Cemetery. They're all fucked up.
Man's Heart's Estonia.
Oh man. Maybe Robin Williams, because he might come back even more fucked up.
That would be scary as fuck. Yeah. Actually. That would be super scary. By the way, I didn't mean any disrespect with my Kobe Bryant thing. That was a legit thing. It's probably, I mean, he's my favorite celebrity who's ever passed away. Like, I cried. a little bit, possibly, when Kobe Bryant died. So definitely wasn't making fun. Senator Gillette, thanks, dude. You did not have to do that. He says, hey, guys, can't stay long. I got a date tonight.
Woo! Go get it, Sutter. Gillette, the best a man can get.
All the details.
Gillette.
Hey guys, sorry I can't stay long. I got a date tonight, but my money's on Ash. As much as I love Ghostface, Ash is the best. Can't wait for 6-pack Saturday tomorrow night. Have a great night, guys.
Hey man, you too.
We love you, dude. Hey, tomorrow night, you be there. You give us the details. I want them all. You treat her like a gentleman. All right.
You know what? Take her to Olive Garden. You take her to Olive Garden. You let her order a little bit. If she says no, it's scar. She's not the right one. Okay. Olive Garden's great. It's fancy. Very up class.
He means if she says no to Olive Garden, not sex.
No, you better get the sexual.
Not if she says no.
Not if she says no. Of course not.
Obviously.
You go home and play with your computer if she says no.
You gotta get consent, sir.
Damn. Obviously.
That's the way it goes.
Or smack her in the mouth.
That's the way it's always been. Pre-Twitter, even.
Yeah, it's true.
For good people. Josh Weaver says, thanks, man. He says, hey, guys, if Vinny isn't here, I'll gladly sub in. Appreciate that, man. Yeah. Has anyone heard from Vinny? Where's the van? Where's Vinny the van?
I don't know where Vinny is.
That's what his name is from now on, by the way. Vinny the van. Because every time we start a podcast, we're like, where's the van?
Vinny the van sounds like a fence. He sounds like a fence that we would have. Like, if we got to sell stolen goods to, it's like, we got to contact Vinny the van. Vinny the van, and we got to go through Courtney to get to him.
He pulls up in his van and he opens the door and it's just got watches hanging from the ceiling and a bunch of air fresheners.
That's all it is, yeah. I like it. And he always smells slightly of Febreze.
Drew Hintz, I put that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood air freshener we got in the unboxing up. It smells delicious. It smells It smells like you would imagine Rick Dalton would taste like.
Courtney says Vanessa's counting.
Okay, so Vanessa's in for, we do appreciate it though, man, but Vanessa is sub 1, and we will make you, sir, Josh Weaver, we will make you sub 2. Cool. For when Vinny, where's the van, doesn't show up again. Drew Hintz, go Ninja, go Ninja, go.
Go!
That's awesome.
Go! Yo, it's the Green Machine gonna rock the town without being seen. Have you ever seen a turtle get down? Jam to the new sweet sound. I like when he goes, Iceman. Do you know what I'm saying? It goes, yeah.
Jump on it. We were doing two different things there, but it's okay. It's a remix.
It's good.
Marco V. Vinatoro, thanks, man. He says, down to do counts by the power of WAN. We appreciate you, too. Awesome people stepping up tonight in Vinny's stead, and we appreciate you all. We love you long time into the darkness, into the night, and I want to take you all into my bunk tonight and consensually rub your shoulders, possibly your thighs, if your mother's not home.
Or she could, you could do that.
If your mother's home,
invite her in. Invite her in.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. All right, who's down to start this motherfucker? I do.
Over here.
All right. Here's how it works for the uninitiated. I strip down to my pantaloons. I rub Crisco all over my left thigh. We bring in a horse.
Why are you talking about what you and Katie do in the bedroom? Stop it. Did you freeze?
No, I was just fucking with you.
I thought you did. I was like, damn, he got all into a sexual fantasy and froze.
Okay. All right. The first round is going to be the big round. It's going to be Scream versus Evil Dead, the original Evil Dead. When we give the call sign, don't vote yet, but when we give the call sign, you're going to vote number 1 for Scream, and you're going to vote number 2 for Evil Dead. When I say stop voting, no votes will count after the fact, and if you vote more than once, then none of your votes count. So no spamming, you son of a bitch. Right before we go into that, just to get our counters prepared, we'll go through these a couple of these chats real quick. Intel Wild, love your fucking face. We love your fucking face, fucking fucker. Sometimes you gotta fuck you hard. Drew Hintz, thanks, man. He says, when is the next Halloween Kills update? When there's an update, my friend, it'll fucking be here. We can promise you that. Absolutely. Hunter Maple says, just want to say I've been watching you guys forever. Y'all have got me through some pretty harsh times. Stay safe, bros. Thanks, man. You guys have gotten us through some fucking harsh times, too. Trust me.
Yeah, we love you. Love you lots.
All right. Let's do it. Jay, what should the first call sign be?
I got it.
All right. Well, you got to tell us so that we know what it's going to be and we know.
No, they got to be surprised. They got to be surprised.
If they're surprised, they won't know they're supposed to vote.
Yeah, they will. Oh, no.
I'm done with the call sign conversation. What?
You're stupid.
Who? What?
No, I'm kidding. All right. I thought something else was happening. It's not. Okay. So the call sign will be, "What we do in life echoes in eternity."
Sounds good. Sounds good. And fucking give us some smooches too. Whenever you're ready, Jay. When Jay says the echoes in eternity line, you're gonna vote number 1 for Scream and number 2 for Evil Dead. Not the whole franchise, just the original films.
Okay. Ready, set. What do we do in life echoes in eternity.
Makes the blade stick. Vote now.
Yeah, this was a tough one, man. Like, because there's a lot of good shit on both sides, but man, Evil Dead. It's weird because Evil Dead fucking scared me when I was a kid. I remember watching it. It scared the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
And then like I remember one of my first girlfriends I had like watched it with me, and she's like, "This is funny," and was laughing and shit at it. I'm like, "You don't know shit. Like, you don't understand the depths of like anything. Your soul is black as tar. You have no feelings," because it scared me. But Scream is like the ultimate parody on itself, talking about horror movies. It's such a unique like horror movie ever. It's the most unique horror movie maybe ever. And Wes Craven was a master of how he delivered that amazing movie. So I would have to give it to Scream. I have to give it to Scream.
I'm with you there, and it's a close vote. It's a very hard choice. They're both fucking horror classics. Well, we'll get to what I side with going on in the series, but I Scream is for me because it was really the one of our time, man. Though it was the new groundbreaking horror film of our time, and I just think it was so smart and it was so meta, and it was a groundbreaking film. It was so original. It came out of nowhere. And people forget because it's been copied so many times at this point. But at that time, it was one of the first slasher movies. And I know they've done it, they peppered it in history before. But it was one of the first slasher movies to really break through that didn't feature a supernatural character. So I remember when it came out, everybody was like, in school was like, dude, it's so scary because it could actually happen because they're just regular people.
Yeah.
And, and then Matthew Lillard and Skeet Ulrich, the best of, absolutely, unequivocally, no doubt to me, the best of the entire Scream franchise. You can't really say the same thing for Evil Dead because the first 3 films at least are almost equal.
Well,
I gotta go Scream, but it's close.
And then you also look at the fact that Sam Raimi, when Evil Dead came out, it was supposed to be a straight up horror movie.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't meant to be a comedy at all, or like, the Ash character everybody knows and loves today, beloved for what, how much of a, everyday guy that he is, and he's comedic and he's got all this stuff going on around him. In that movie, it was a like legit attempt to make a very fucking scary movie. Yeah. And they did a good job to me. Like, I still think it's fucking scary. I still think that movie is really, really good. And the fact that it went on like such a low budget and it took them forever to film it and make it, it speaks volumes of the creativity and how much the cast believed in the movie. So that's awesome, but at the same time, Scream itself, it's just a different beast, man. It's like, would you want to go to Six Flags or goddamn Universal Studios? I mean, they're both going to have great attractions, but Universal Studios where the magic happens, sir.
And not just that, dude, but Scream had an unfair advantage in a way. By the way, over my left shoulder, I don't know which side you guys see. If you look at my back porch, it looks like Ghostface could have Steve tied up outside. Oh, but poor Steve. All right, stop voting.
I can see only on the shitty camera. It looks like your ceiling is nice. I could see your ceiling light, and it looks like a nipple.
Turn off the lights.
It looks like a nipple
again.
But yeah, man, I really, I knew that some people were calling a Scream victory early, and then I saw some people saying an Evil Dead victory early. Look, they're both really great franchises, but at the end of the day, if you're gonna compare Scream 1 versus Evil Dead 1, I mean, I think hands down, most people are gonna be more on the side of Scream. I mean, you have to.
I have a hard time deciding what the chat's going to do, honestly.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying in my opinion. But yeah. I mean, Scream is just so fucking unique.
Yeah, and again, I was just gonna say, Scream had an unfair advantage in that it had a studio backing. It had, it had Wes Craven. It had all this stuff. When Sam Raimi and the boys went down to the shack in the woods, they wasn't going there to do no fucking.
Yeah, dude, it took them years.
It's a low budget indie film before indie films, and they pulled that out and made it what it was, so that makes it extra special. But Scream did have some unfair advantages. I would have no problem with somebody saying Evil Dead's better.
No,
I think it's a really good vote. It's just, for me, it's Scream as well. I actually thought you were going to go Evil Dead on this one, personally.
I almost did, and I, God forbid, I didn't, or God forgive my soul, and I'm going to have to read a passage from the Necronomicon, but I didn't. I couldn't. because I don't, like overall, I'm not going to get into, my overall feelings on the whole series, like for Evil Dead versus Scream, but Scream 1, man, like you can't deny how much to me, it's just as an impactful of a film as Nightmare on Elm Street was, as Halloween was, as Friday the 13th was. It really is a totally different kind of flavoring on the cinema that we ever saw. So
Yeah. Douglas, thank you, man. He says, Michael J, I'm about to go to Korea for a year. I will be away from my wife and kids. You guys will keep us connected and pass the time. Get some wham up in you. Oh, dude, that sucks, man. I'm sorry that you're going to be gone. I hope it's not for something shitty. But yeah, dude, I feel for you, man. Going
Good
away
luck
from the
to
wife
you.
and kids for a year has got to be rough as hell, man. So everybody take a drink for Jordan.
Yeah, we'll be here for you. Don't worry about it, Jordan.
Absolutely, man. And you know what? Before you know it, that shit'll be over with.
Yeah. So we've got the results in, and you gotta appreciate Courtney's sexual gifts because they're funny as fuck. It's a picture of Ghostface going, it's
Is
over.
it my dick?
It's over. It's fucking rock bottom, smackdown, stunner, Stone Cold, Diamond Dallas Page. You're fucked, and you owe child support. Number one, it's a lot. It's heavy. 91, option 1, 91 to 24.
God damn.
I mean, that motherfucker ripped their guts open like her boyfriend in the first movie. Done.
Jesus Lord. I didn't kill anybody, Sheriff. Holy shit.
That was that was rough. Evil Dead fans. What's that? The Deadites! The Deadites have taken over the chat.
Vote for Evil Dead again and I'll gut you like a fish.
Yeah, in this particular instance, it's Slamabama. Thank you, Mama.
Holy shit balls. Holy shit balls. Well done, chat. That's wow. I did not expect it to be that
I didn't. I thought that most people. Yeah, I thought most people would go with Scream though, because it really is a beloved film.
Yeah.
And so is Evil Dead, but not in the same level.
Yeah. The man behind the mask. Thanks, man. He says, I love your faces. Jay, love the new camera view.
I like it too. There's no ghosties over here. Okay. Hey, look, I'm closer to my door, so if anything happens, my ass is fucking smoke. It'll be like Roadrunner. I'm gone. All you'll see is smoke. Hey, you want beep beep? That's all.
Marco Villatoro, thanks, man. He says, Mike, you got that Sweeney Todd going on.
What's he talking about?
Oh, because my hair's got that weird gray poopy thing in it right there.
Oh, I can't see it on this side.
It's not gray hair. It's not a tumor. It's not. I dyed my older kid, she's 10, we dyed her hair purple, and then we bleached a part of mine and dyed it purple too, but my hair doesn't take to it very well, so it washes out very quick, and then it just ends up white. But I don't mind it. I got a rogue thing going on, I feel like.
Rogue?
Rogue. Is it Rogue with the stripe?
Oh, yeah, with X-Men?
Yeah. But like a dude.
You can't ever touch me. You don't get my memories, bitch. Hey, dude, I was thinking about that the other day, the X-Men thing. You know that part where Wolverine is driving, and she's like, does it hurt? When they come out, he's like, every time. I was like, hey, does it? Hey, if it's like my sex life, hey, does it suck? Every time. You were the same thing.
And then you feed her some beef jerky out of your truck.
Yeah, he goes, hey, she's like, oh, I thought my life looked bad. He's like, hey, if you'd rather prefer the road. I was like, no, I'm kidding. It looks cozy. Damn right.
Troy Couch 777. What are you trying to say, you fucker? Says, I'm a little late to this one. Just wanted to say what's up to you guys in the entire room. Take it easy, guys. Thank you, Troy. Appreciate it, man. And
Thanks.
What is up? Indeed. Drew Clayton says, I'm feeling a little woozy here. Ash after that vote. Oh, yeah. Or Ash. That's Ash after that vote. Yeah, it's got to. But Ash is an underdog. He's an underdog. And I honestly, what do you predict wins, Jay? What do you think's going to take the cake?
Oh, I mean, for me personally, I think that Ash boomsticks his fucking boomstick all over the faces of Ghostface. I really do. I think at the end of the day, there are just too many good movies in Evil Dead versus the Scream franchise.
I think Evil Dead will win too, and it's weird because every single time I put up one of these votes, there's a bunch of people who will message or send a message and be like, "Hey, this fucking sucks."
Yeah,
it's not a fair vote at all. And but every single time it seems like we're surprised by one thing or another. So, but the funny thing is that I have some people messaging me saying, "This vote sucks. It's Evil Dead all the way," and then I have other people message me going, "This vote sucks. It's Scream every day of the week." So that tells me this vote doesn't suck that bad. We'll see. And it'll be fun. Maybe this time we'll tally them all up at the end. But hang on, I gotta grab a drink out of the fridge. I'll be 2 seconds.
Okay, bye. Somebody asked. Courtney says, "Who passed gas twice since the stream started?" Okay, seriously, who fucking farted? That's a great stand-up comedy if you ever get a chance to watch it. I can't remember who the Nick Swartzen. Seriously, who farted? It's great. Chris Kendrick says, "Jay, did you ever go back and watch how your camera moved while you were in the bathroom? Crazy." I did, and it scared me even more. I didn't like it at all. You sound like Pee Wee Herman having an orgasm.
Yes. That's how I do it too. I go, like Haggard in Final Fight.
No, that was on the WCW Monday Nitro on the N64. When you wrestle, when you would lock up, you go. Because when you had Haggard in Final Fight, it goes. And then if you were Cody in Final Fight, when you did the roundhouse kick, it go.
I remember that shit, dude. All right, who's ready for vote number 2? That's vote number 6.
Hold on, let's see. Johnny Davis says, "Jay, give my wife Lauren a double sandwich guy, please."
I don't think you want that, sir.
Okay.
Double threat kind of guy.
Hello, how you doing? You like sandwiches? Well, if you do, then you should by all means avoid the Jimmy John's. They is the devil on top of the earth. Go Subway sandwich shop where they is friendly and competitive with all other Subway sandwich shops. They is the only one rude. Thank you, Lord. Have a good night.
Oh, fuck. Fucking Chiba Duck
Mr. J knows what we're talking about. He said, "Final fight. Fuck yeah."
That's the best. Simone Moore says, "Happy Friday, guys. Jay, is there actually a reason for your house to be haunted?" Yeah, his ex-wife.
Yeah, that bitch fucking comes
there.
around. Hey, yeah, she has. She's been around. I was married to her. I was with her for 12 years. You know, after that, it kind of leaves a mark on your soul. It's like being buried in the pet cemetery and coming back. Courtney Reed was talking about that, and being married to that bitch was like being buried in the pet cemetery and coming back a little fucking strange.
It's like slutty ectoplasm.
She's nasty as oh man. I the stories I could tell you, I swear to God, when I fucking signed the marriage certificate to that hoe, it was like opening up my own personal fucking Le Merchant box and stepping into the gates of Labyrinth. not in the fucking fun, goddamn David Bowie kind, but where Hellraiser is ready to pick my wiener apart. It was awful.
Andy, I agree with you, guys. If I didn't see anybody getting mad about anything in the vote, but don't get upset about the votes. There's there's 300 of us in here, which is fucking dope. Thank you guys for all being here. But there's 300 people in a room right now talking horror movie shit. If one movie wins, it doesn't mean that the other movie sucks shit. It's all for fun and shit giggles. You know? Doesn't really matter.
Yeah. I mean, I movies that we wanted to win have lost, and you don't see us fucking crying about it, even though we'll do it off camera. Like, motherfucking, the whole system's rigged. I love Courtney and Vinny the Fan and Vanessa Pooh. Courtney calls Vanessa Pooh. But anyway, they're ready, by the way.
Okay, cool. Real quick, Marco Vivel says, "Jay, next entry of Paranormal Activity in your house." Honestly, hit us up, Blumhouse.
I don't want to do any of that. I don't want to invite.
Maxima Mac, that's an amazing name, by the way. I love mac and cheese. Says, "When Mike goes back to the gym, can we have him do it in the Michael mask with Jay yelling at him to release the rage Michael around everyone?"
You know what'd be funny?
Release the post-quarantine rage! I would cause a chaos scene!
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I remember the chaos scene thing. The chaos scene, I swear we did the one of the conventions, and Mike was like, "Just act like Loomis when you walk in," and I walked in, and I couldn't even remember me fucking saying that, but I was like nervous. So I just said whatever, barely I said chaos scene, which makes no sense. And it's like, in today's world, it might be enough. It'd be like, you're going to get kicked out.
If you go back and watch one of those, it's on one of the Scarefest videos that we did. It's on camera. But it's to me, it's the funniest joke you've ever made. Because, like, you walked in, and I know that you were nervous as fuck because we look like idiots. And we walk in to the opening of the convention center, and all these people turn around and look at us because I'm wearing a Michael Myers mask and filming you as Loomis, and you said something like, "Don't look at me, I would cause a chaos scene."
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't get thrown out. It was like, this Dick Tracy looking motherfucker just threatened everybody with a chaos scene. I don't know what that means. Is this some kind of cult?
I can't believe we didn't get thrown out when we jumped behind the concession stand and started serving people
beer
as Michael Myers.
Those ladies were really nice. We talked to them before, and they were cool about it.
But I'm pretty sure that was a health code violation. I'm just saying.
Well, it was prior, Sharona. So
Definitely.
We were okay.
But that's a great idea, Maximum Mac. Actually, I would love to do that. I thought you were gonna call me fat. That's where I thought
Get that, Jim. What do you think?
Drew Hitt says
harder.
will you guys ever review See No Evil with Kane? I'm sure we will at some point because I've never even fucking seen it. So
the Lake of Crystal Killers makes fun of you, Michael. You look like a goddamn moron with your stupid mask.
Someone says call Mike Brogue.
Brogue?
Instead of Rogue, Brogue. That's fucking genius. All right, let's do it. Everybody's
that
ready.
That sounds like somebody's made up name on MySpace. My name is Brogue.
The next
I like all the fat ladies spelled with a PHT. Fat. I wear gold chains.
I know I'm writing this, but nobody vote until we give the call sign. I'm just telling you what you are going to vote. When we do give the call sign, you're going to vote Scream 2, vote number 1 for Scream 2, and you're going to vote number 2 for Evil Dead 2. The call sign is going to be no Sharon Stone. No Sharon Stone.
I like it.
So when I say no Sharon Stone, that's when you're going to vote. And as you said, everybody's ready already? No Sharon Stone. Begin voting. I had to do that so many times.
Mike, look what I got.
What the fuck is that? Is that a Nuva ring?
Yeah, it's for your vagina. I was gonna give it to you on your birthday, but I guess now the surprise is out.
Finally, you can stop wearing protection.
It's for Orion. It's a never-ending story, motherfucker. It's the goddamn symbol.
Oh, so
I had to get.
So
I had
do you have to pierce it into your wiener?
Well, no, Mike. Why are you spoiling what you're gonna get for your birthday? God, I know you've asked for it since 1975, but now it's finally yours. You can stop going to the fucking Blue Martini and asking. But no, it's no, dude. This is fucking. It's actually it was cheaper as fuck, but I love it. It's a cool symbol.
I don't remember, but I like it. It's cool looking.
I had it for a while, but I got it. I brought it out after that haunted shit.
Yeah, don't fire your fucking housekeeper when she walks around like
turn around.
Blessing shit.
Look at what you see.
You should wear that shit to the gym shirtless.
Yeah, I'd rather not. It's a discount fucking Mr. T without a fucking mohawk. It's more like a discount Vanilla Ice with my hair. Okay, so Scream 2 versus Evil Dead 2 is what we are?
Yeah.
It's easy. It's easy from Evil Dead 2.
Yep, me too.
I mean, and there's nothing. And look, I like, it's weird for Scream 2 for me is one of those films. Like some people fucking love it, they adore it, and I get why it's decent. But I always felt like, and I know why Scream has survived for so long, and Wes Craven was a part of those projects. But I always thought like Scream was such a unique film that it could have stayed Scream and never made another sequel to it. I really think that it could have gone and stayed there. But Evil Dead 2, man, that's when you get the spicy and goodness of Ash. You get Ash. You get the real Ash. Bruce Campbell is able to have fun. There's a lot more of a budget behind it. Sam Raimi's actually able to make a movie that he wants people to see. And you got the funny fucking... You got horror. You got some good horror scenes and some good blood and gore in it. But you also got the hand thing, flipping him off. Oh, my God. Get out of here. And you get the chainsaw. And then for God's sake, how do you stop it? It's so good. Like, I mean...
Yeah. No, I got it. Dude, I have the Evil Dead tattoo. The hands. But it's Evil Dead over Scream 2 for me. I know that there's some people out there who think that Scream 2 is the best Scream movie, and I just think that they're fucking crazy. That guy's a fucking Looney Tunes.
I love it.
But he's a fucking movie of the week. But Thor's eating, and it scared me. I think everybody can...
Necronomicon read.
Yeah, I think we can stop voting now. But no, I do want to talk about this for a minute while you guys tally up the votes. It's Evil Dead. It's easy, dude. It's just like you said to me. It's easy. Evil Dead is for me probably the best film of the Evil Dead franchise because it ties in the good stuff from Evil Dead 1, and then it ties in the comedy and the wackiness of Evil Dead 2 into its own movie, which is very weird how they did that. I think almost everybody who's ever sat down and watched Evil Dead 1 and then Evil Dead 2, they've probably been very confused halfway through Evil Dead 2 because they retread so much territory the first movie went through. But I actually am in a weird place with that movie because to me, Evil Dead 2 is one of the scariest movies I've ever seen.
It's really good, yeah. It's perfect balance. It's perfect balance.
I know that it's funny and shit like that too, but it also freaked me out when those chicks were sitting there like, "Did I done? Did I done?" I was like, stop. It's freaking me the fuck out. I don't like it. There's something about that crawling under my skin. Bruce Campbell came into his own in that movie. Like in the original Evil Dead, you didn't even know he was going to be the star of the movie for half of it. But in Evil Dead 2, 2, I mean, he just fucking blossomed, man. And it had the coolest effects and the coolest stuff in it. Scream 2 is good. It's a good sequel. It's a good follow-up, but it's probably 2 full points less than Scream was on a 1 to 10 rating. It had a lot of problems with it. The killers, backgrounds, all that stuff. A lot of problems.
Yeah, Jerry O'Connell, which I like. I love him in
him.
Sliders. I like Jerry O'Connell, but
and it had a great soundtrack too.
Yeah, it did. I always get Scream 2 confused with Creed.
That's
because I know
3.
they did it for Scream 3, but I always think that it should have been for Scream 2, but it wasn't. But yeah, dude, Evil Dead 2, man, it's one of the that part where he takes his fucking girlfriend into the goddamn shed and puts her head in that fucking vice, and he's like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "Oh my goodness gracious me!" And then you see the perfect camera angle with the blood splattering on the one single bulb. It was perfect, dude. And then while he's doing the mayhem, you see it on the shadow. It's so fucking well done, and it looks really good.
Yeah, man. And somebody said, where was it? I lost it. Ricardo Diaz says the killer sucked in Scream 2. Now, I did like Timothy Olyphant being one of the killers. That's cool, Mickey. But for one, they killed off Randy, which I get that you have to kill him off, and the lead up to his death is cool, but it happens off screen basically. I mean, for all intents and purposes, in the van. I don't like that. And I liked Mickey because he was like being crazy and he was going over the top of his acting. But the chick from Married with Children being one of the killers did not dig at all. I just did not. Like
that was Jackie from Roseanne.
That's what it was. Yeah. Sorry. I was thinking
if it had been Christina Applegate, I would have liked it more. I don't like Jack. Well, Jackie's okay. The actress isn't bad or anything, but yeah, it's weird. Like Evil Dead 2, it was such a different movie, and it's not to mention the fact that it was basically one of those movies that Sam Raimi could go back and reinvent the story that he started with Evil Dead 1, because it was the same. It was kind of the same story, but it was a different take on the same story, which I was like, damn, that's pretty cool. And he got to go back and do that with Bruce Campbell, which, by the way, Bruce Campbell is a seriously underrated actor. Like I said, he's got all the essentials. Yeah. He's a good-looking guy. He can deliver his lines. He's the hero guy. He's got the big, nice chin. But anyway, at the end of the day, man, that was such a great example of a perfect blend with comedy and horror working well.
Yeah,
like,
and it's super special, man. Scream 2 is
dude.
Scream 2 is a solid sequel, but Evil Dead 2 is a special fucking movie. Well, did it fucking lose, you piece of shit? See what I'm saying?
I'm ready to put a penis pump in my mouth. All right, so number 1
again
got a 69, and a number 2 got a 67.
Oh God!
Yeah, dude. I mean, fucking shoot me in the dick with a pellet gun, please don't. But it's just a figurative speech. But holy fuck, dude! Holy shit!
It hurts me to write this.
God, making decisions is hard.
Cool. I don't like that. I don't like your choice, chat.
Hey, you know what? I love you guys. You guys are wonderful people, but you ain't leading but 2 things right now: Jack and shit, and Jack left town. This is horse shit.
Oh my God!
And then but Cordy's got that gift, and it's perfect. He's got his ghost face walking, going, nah, bro, I'm good.
Oh man, shit.
God damn. But okay.
How many people come up to me this week and were like, Evil Dead wins. This is a stupid conversation. You shouldn't even be putting up against each other. And Scream's up 2-0 right now. And even like what's sad, dude, is if our votes actually counted, it'd be tied. It'd be tied. But 69, dude. Scream 2 wins by 2 fucking points. We should have started talking earlier. Maybe we could have turned some people.
I will.
Who voted and didn't see it?
Well, we can't. Well, you know what? We can't influence the votes. We're just here to talk about after the vote starts, so it's not up to us. But it's got to, in my opinion, in Mike's opinion, Evil Dead 2 is a superior film. But at the same time, it's all about you folk and how you feel about it. So
absolutely. Greg Harris, thanks, man. He says, "Cheers, you guys. Jay loved the collection behind you."
Oh yeah, it's very nice. Very nice. That Crow poster. Like right there, that was a bitch to put up, dude. It was a lot bigger than I thought. That's what she said. Mm-hmm. But it was a lot bigger than I thought, and it took forever to get that thing going. But it sucks because the Nightmare on Elm Street 1 poster just come in, and I have to put it next to the Nightmare 2 poster, and I got no more room.
All right, move your head real quick.
Well, there's some room. I mean,
dude, you're gonna have to take the Crow off the wall.
No, I can't take.
Listen, you're gonna have to put it on a different wall. You got Michael in there. You got Nightmare in there, and then you got Jason. The Crow, you can't not put the Nightmare up and have the Crow up.
I know, but the Crow is significant. And what about the Cure and the Burn?
But one has to go. Every time I burn,
Oh, I
every
love
night I
that song.
fall.
Well, you know what? I could probably put it somewhere else, but god damn, it's a cool poster.
It
though.
is a cool
That's
poster.
so significant. That's how I walked in my room after it got blessed. I came in.
That's how I walked to a restaurant for the first time after the quarantine.
Yeah, Courtney said he's ready, by the way.
Okay. All right. We'll do a third one. We'll take a quick pee-pee break afterwards. The third one, pretty much, I think this one's going to be, I don't know anything these days. This one's going to be Scream 3 versus Army of Darkness.
Oh, that's it. It's over. That should be over already, but, that's just my opinion.
Yeah. All right. So, Jay, what's the call sign going to be?
Shop smart. Shop S-smart.
All right. I assume Vanessa's ready too, as well. Our counters extraordinaires. By the way, Greg, I saw you said something right before we got started that you were banned from posting in the We Watch Movie groups. That makes no sense. I'll look into that. It wasn't us. I can assure you that.
I don't even. What's social media? What is that shit? I still write letters and send ravens.
Yeah, Ricardo Diaz says Aunt Jackie was the killer in Scream 2.
Yeah, Jackie. Yeah,
that's what we were saying. It's fucked up, man. Drew Hint says, "Do you think Scream 2 has the Friday the 13th mother and son formula?"
You know what? I feel like they borrowed.
But the son's
from
gone.
It.
So
yeah, they borrowed from it. So I mean,
yeah. But thank you, man. Wade's Movie World says, "Hello, boys. You guys excited about Michael Keaton coming back as Batman?"
Oh, yes, dude. Oh. I mean, don't even get started.
Fuck.
Don't even get started.
I can't wait.
I feel as excited about, in the 1989 Batman when Batman is going to get a Diet Coke and Alfred's talking on the phone. He'll be driving a black car. It's very just for the taste of it. Diet Coke.
Some fucking dildo. I shouldn't say that. Some site, I don't even remember which site it was, posted this thing today. They were like, DC's taking a huge risk at ruining the legacy of Michael Keaton as Batman by bringing him back. And I'm like...
Why?
Like, yeah, and every time, like Michael Jordan, 2 seconds left, gets the ball. I don't know, I could ruin my career if I miss. I guess I'll just eat this basketball or shove it up my ass. Like, Of course you're going to take the shot. You got the shot, you take the shot. Fuck.
Right.
Anyway.
I thought, is it more like Michael Jordan coming back as a wizard?
He did well.
as a wizard. He
still had a smooth jump shot,
Yeah,
all right.
So nice.
Let's do this, motherfuckers. Jay, whenever you're ready, rub it on Crisco oil style.
Shop smart. Shop S-smart.
Start voting. Start voting now. Vote number 1 for Scream 3. Vote number 2 for Army of Darkness. I mean, is it a fucking vote?
There's not even a point in fucking talking about. Like, dude, there's so many significant things I learned with this movie that I still apply in my everyday life, especially when it comes to ladies. When they're saying she's like, well, you said all those sweet things to me. He's like, oh, I mean, come on, baby, that was pillow talk. He's like, and then he was like, great, I could use it as a horse blanket. And then he slapped it. He's like, give me some sugar, baby. I mean, it's like. Dude, Bruce Campbell in this film was at this point was allowed to be everything that he is.
He was God mode Ash.
Yeah, it was fucking amazing to see. And Sam Raimi knew what kind of guy he was, an actor that he was, and he was like, "Hey man, let's have fun with this. Let's let you be you. Let's have let you do as many improvisations as you want, and just fucking go off the chest." Goes, "I'm bad Ash, and you're good Ash. Little goody douches, good douches."
Dude, the funniest part of that whole fucking... You remember how hard we would laugh when we watched that? When that skeleton runs out, that little fucking skeleton runs out, he's like, "Let's get out of here!"
Yeah, he's like, "Let's get the hell out of here!"
This shit was cool, dude. Yeah, dude, it was God mode.
And I like the part where she was like, because you used to find me beautiful. He's like, "Baby, you got real ugly." That's like when you dated a girl in high school and she tries to meet you up on Facebook. It's like, "Baby, you got real ugly."
or hook up with her, or you get a Tinder date and then she shows up in real life and looks nothing like her profile picture.
Yeah, Scream 3 is such a fucking turd, man. I'm sorry, man. Like, I know people like it for its own reasons, but it's such a bad movie. Like, it really is. Like, I can't even watch half of it.
I don't like it.
Because it's so bad. It's a badly written movie. The characters are kind of like, I don't know. Oh God, dude, I can't sit through it. I can't do it. I just won't do it. It's awful, and I can't believe that Wes Craven passed off on it. That's one thing. I'm like, damn, man, what were you doing?
Yeah, well, Wes Craven's one of those guys, man, and I respect that. I don't mean this as a knock towards Wes Craven at all. he goes for it and he does his thing and he makes his movie. And sometimes Wes Craven movies really sometimes do not pan out.
Yeah.
They really don't. But when they do, you're talking about a guy who's got some of the pillars of that of horror all time. I mean, fucking Last House on the Left, Scream, Nightmare on Elm Street, Hills Have Eyes. I mean, he's got like such big fucking films under his belt. So fuck it if he has a couple stinkers. That's fine.
Yeah,
he goes
that
for it. And Scream 3 is one of those stinkers. It just is. It's not a good movie. It's entertaining because it's Scream and it has the tropes of Scream, and I get what they were going for. But it was just like and again, to be fair, the whole thing got fucked over by Columbine. When Columbine happened, they had to change the entire script. The Weinstein, everything was so fucked up. They had a different movie planned for that entirely. And what we got's what we got. It was just not. It was like the Alien 3 syndrome with David Fincher. Not even when he put his name on it. It was a fucked up, hacksawed piece of fucking just like bubblegum shit. And it was not good. Now, if you like it, that's fine. I understand. But Army of Darkness it's fucking pure ingenious. You took Evil Dead and you made it fuck First Night with Richard Gere and Sean Connery, and then this is what you got. And plus a little bit of Mad Max and weirdness or whatever.
Well, it's also got the time travel element to it. It's got the cool idea of that Ash is the reluctant hero, which they showcase that so well. It's more comedy than it is horror.
Stop voting.
Sure. It's more comedy than it is horror for sure. Like that's fine, but
action.
But he becomes an anti-hero and fully establishes himself as that, and it's such a treat to watch him just be himself and just do his thing, and you can tell everybody's having a good time, and the ending has got one of the best endings of all time. It's like, yo, she bitch, come get some, like, and you never got the follow-up to that really that you wanted, but it was still so fucking amazing to see that. Yeah, man. And Scream 3, look, I know the Columbine shooting, I know that somebody actually mentioned it, and you mentioned it, but it's one of those movies that it's still, like, I get what they were trying to do with, like, let's take the movie, but you're trying to repeat the success that you had with Scream 1, and it's going nowhere fast. Like, you're really just pissing on what you already did. It's kind of like that weird uncle that is trying to relive his glory days from Napoleon Dynamite that comes out with his leather jacket and starts throwing fucking footballs in a cornfield. Like, it's like that. It's like, dude, it's over. Stop. Get something new. Like, go get a job.
God damn, dude. I couldn't help but notice while you were talking. There was a lot of ones there.
Well, wait a minute. He says, Courtney says, Toby votes don't count. I don't know who that is.
Somebody must have voted more than once. That's the rules. That's the rules.
Don't do that, guys. One time.
Vote smart. Vote S smart.
That's right.
Vote once. Jesus Christ, man. Okay.
I like when he got arrested with what was it, Earl the Bruce or something, the Bruce, and he goes, wait a minute, man, I don't even know these assholes. He's like, Henry, you gotta tell them you don't know me. He's like, I don't believe they'll believe me, lad.
Brandon Barry said Scream 3 is bad because of Columbine shooting. Yeah, I get what you're saying. That could have been a great movie, but the world changed and they had to switch shit up. I don't think these movies are close. I mean, I would probably give Army of Darkness an 8.5. I would probably give Scream 3 a 5.5. Like, I don't think it's even. Yeah. I don't think they're remotely close, in my opinion.
Yeah, I feel like it's below. Yeah, it might even be a 5 to a 4.5, but yeah, it's right there. All right, so we got the results in though, yo.
All right.
And again, the guess, groovy. So good. That's when he gets the hand.
Okay, I was getting really scared for a second.
No. It's all good now. But that's when he gets the hand. It goes, groovy. We've got 43 for option 1, and we got 88 for option 2.
I don't know what I was saying.
The world balances itself once again.
I'm really, because I feel like if Scream 3 won, you guys. Now, no disrespect to anybody who voted for Scream 3. That's why you guys are the ones who run this shit. You guys are the ones who make these things happen. But if Scream 3 had won, I'm not sure anybody would ever take this show seriously again.
Well, nobody takes it seriously now, but it'd be even less.
Yeah, well, the voting at least.
I know, but it'd be even less. But yeah,
Christ, that was scary for me.
That was a little nervous. I was a little nervous because I know there's a lot of Scream love out there, and there's nothing wrong with that. You got to still scream. But Evil Dead,
Scream, baby.
It's such an underrated, wonderful franchise. Amazing, and I really, like, if Army of Darkness had got its ass kicked, I would turn my screen off. No, I wouldn't have. But it would have sucked. But I mean, truth rules the day.
Yeah. And once again, huge shout out to our counters, Vanessa and Courtney. You guys fucking rock the shit, man. Real quick, before we take a fast little break, we'll take turns taking breaks here. Brandon Barry asks, I'll answer quickly and then I'll pop out, let you answer because you'll have more to say about this than I do. He says, what wrestler biopic would you want to see? For me, I think the story of Hulk Hogan, like a dramatic Hulk Hogan story, would be fucking
They
fascinating.
got one coming out with Chris Hemsworth.
Huh?
Chris Hemsworth's going to be doing one on Netflix.
No fucking shit.
Yeah, dude, that's
I think
that's
you
going
told
to
me
be
that before.
yeah. Hemsworth is going to be
Well,
playing Hulk Hogan
I have
in
my
a
choice
in a
then.
biop.
I have my choice then. All right, I'm gonna go PP real quick.
Yeah, I would say the one actual in-depth like documentary style that I would love to see on a wrestler. They already did one on Ultimate Warrior, which I loved, but I really would like to see one that was done on Randy Savage, not the one that the WWE just put out, because like I don't think he got like as much respect back in the day as he should have because of whatever happened with him and Vince McMahon. I would really love to see an in-depth documentary on Randy Savage and really enjoy that. I know there might be some documentaries out there on Randy Savage, but not like anything that I've ever seen that look like is legitimate, like or like are hardcore and delves deep into the backstory of Randy Savage. But either way, Mitch Lofley, Undertaker's coming. There's one. I think he's actually isn't he retiring? And there's one that they're working on a documentary that he's actually, yeah. Travis Grace is the Heartbreak Kid. Yeah, that'd be all right. I wouldn't mind. That would be pretty cool. Hex Boom says Mick Foley would be good. I thought there was a pretty good amount of Mick Foley ones though. Drew Clayton, thank you so much. He says, Scream is my second favorite franchise, but Scream 3 was a shit show of a movie. Plot holes, awful stories, and awful killers. Kills were pretty bland, too. Yeah, they tasted like salted shit. But yeah, you're true. You're true, Drew. You're true. Thank you so much. I agree. And look, we don't hate Scream. And I saw somebody say that. Damn, you guys hate Scream. I don't hate Scream. Mike doesn't hate Scream. I really like Scream. I appreciate what Scream brought. But if you're going to compare it and put it against Evil Dead, listen, you got to also fucking understand that Scream made bad movies. Scream 3 was fucking not a good movie. And like, again, even if you're like a fan of it, I get, that's your opinion. They're like assholes. Everybody's got them. But at the same time, it's not a good movie, really. According to a lot of people and comparative to Scream 1 and Scream 2, Scream 3 is a big, dirty hemorrhoid. Johnny Davis, love from South Carolina. Love to you, Johnny Davis. I like South Carolina. I like it. Hilton. I used to go to Hilton Head all the time. I'm sorry, I probably can't read your name right now. Nitraxi, Mike, me and Jay have the same mic. Good. I like it. I think it's pretty cool. Laura, Godzilla versus King Kongs. That would be a good one. Here's the thing. Do you think that Godzilla was always the misunderstood guy? And, they put King Kong as the hero. But Godzilla was like, you know what? I'm not trying to fuck with nobody, but they brought this big giant monkey and they dropped it into my ocean and they were trying to get me to fight. I always like Godzilla. I like Godzilla better than King Kong, but I mean, if you're going to pick good guy versus bad guy, for some reason it's always King Kong and not Godzilla, but whatever. Fuck it. David Carr, do you hate Shawn Michaels? No, I don't hate him, but I don't, look, what he did to Marty Jannetty really fucking sucked, okay? What he did to Marty Jannetty sucked, especially when he did it in front of everybody, when he was at Brutus the Barber Beefcake's barbershop. No, I don't hate Shawn Michaels. I think he's a survivor. I think that Shawn Michaels figured out a way to stay relevant, and he knew how to work backdoor politics to keep himself relevant. He also made friends with the right people and things like that. Like a great, talented athlete for sure, but I don't think that Shawn Michaels, all that bullshit about him, I'm all about he's a business guy. I mean, that's what Shawn Michaels is. Thank you, Marco. He says, hey, Mike and Jay, have you guys watched Stay Alive? If so, would you give it a part 2 or leave it alone? Stay Alive. Is that the one with the kid from Malcolm in the Middle? I can't remember. Is that the one, the video game one? Because I have that on DVD somewhere. I thought it was terrible. I thought they could have done such a better job. I bought that motherfucking day one. I bought it at Walmart when I used to go out all the time to Walmart at like $2 1, 2 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday was when we get new movies to come in, and I would buy, anything that looked relatively good. And I bought that movie, and I was like, damn, why did I do that? I was such an idiot. I was a fool. And I bought it, and I was like, yep, I just wasted some money, and I could have spent that on crack, and I didn't. But yeah, a part two, nah. If you're gonna do anything with it, stay alive. I would say remake it and do something well with it, especially with the rise in VR and like how everybody's going to VR and shit with PlayStation. I would and Xbox and PC. I would use something in that effect to use, because the idea, the premise of it is not a bad idea. Darius Films direct. Yo, Jay, you excited for Bill and Ted 3? Fuck yes, dude. Most excellent, most triumphant, non heinous. I want to see it. I can't wait. And we did the trailer reaction for it, and the thing about it is like I kind of had a little bit of critique on Keanu Reeves, because it seemed like when he said, because Bill, Alex Winter was like, be excellent to each other, and he's, that party on dudes with Ted, it felt like he was like super reserved. He wasn't as like into that saying as you remember him from, but maybe it was part of the plot line, so I don't know. But yeah, we're super excited to see it. Ricardo Diaz, thank you so much. He says, do you think Three Ninjas should get a sequel? Well, they had like 4 of them.
But, I'd say no.
Yeah, I like, Three Ninjas, like if you say a sequel, like as if Rocky, Tum Tum, and Colt were now dads and were doing the same thing.
Actually, that's a good idea, dude.
Yeah, you could do something like that, and I guess it would throw back enough to the people that love the Three Ninjas original that it would be all right.
If you got the original actors, though.
Yeah, you'd have to get them. You'd have to find the original actors that play Tum Tum, Rocky, and you'd have to have some part. You'd have to have some part in the movie where he goes, Rocky loves Emily, and maybe he married another girl, but he should have married her.
Oh, Emily comes back into his life.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
She's like a sullen, like a shop smart employee.
No, she's married too, and married to the wrong like dirtbag like bully that used to bully him in high school, and then like his brother's still like Rocky loves Emily, something like that. I guess that would work. If you're talking about remaking that movie, fuck that. I don't want to. That movie, no. You all know what happened with Karate Kid 2010, okay? Fuck that. I don't want to see that shit ever happen again. So I'd be like, yeah, if you're going to remake it, no. But if you want to do a sequel to it where they're older adults and they're having kids, I'd watch it.
Hey, before you take your pee-pee break, did you get Marco's?
You
did?
Yeah, okay. I got all the ones, but
okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Well, I'm going to go take a tiki break. A tiki pee-pee.
I pee in the toilet.
Okay, I'll be back. Yeah, you guys are just going to see me go over there and pee.
Hopefully your fucking camera doesn't move again.
It better not, because I will not stay here ever again. I'm going to go live in my car and we'll do this from my laptop. I'll be in front of a fucking speedway. All right, I'll be back.
All right. As soon as Jay gets back, guys, we'll get started with the count again. So far, Scream has won 2 out of 3. But the second half doesn't bode well for Scream. I think it's going to be really interesting, for sure, in the darkness, in the night. Daisy, we have seen the new Jay and Silent Bob. We actually did a review for that. We loved it. It wasn't perfect. A lot of it was clunky, but the emotional grab at the end, fuck, man, that made me cry. I thought that was really good. And by the way, they're doing a Mallrats special release on Arrow, and they're going to have all these special features. And I got a hold of Arrow, and they're going to send us one, so we're definitely going to do a video about that when it comes out. That's going to be fun as fuck. Ricardo Diaz, thanks, man. It says they should remake Revenge of the Nerds with Seth Rogen and friends. I love Revenge of the Nerds, and I wouldn't mind seeing more of it. It's just that you can't make comedies these days. You can't make them the way they were. And there was some stuff in Revenge of the Nerds that, trust me, if that movie gets brought back in the light in today's climate, they will fucking want that movie deleted from history because there's some questionable stuff in it. I'm not saying I feel that way. I get the jokes. But you can't make comedies the way you used to. And people get too mad, It sucks that offensive stuff shouldn't exist. I'm not saying that across all platforms, but it's really hard to make a comedy these days. It's just because comedy very easily offends people, and people are very easily offended these days. That's why you don't really get that many great comedies. You know what's funny, dude, is with everything going on in the world, and the world being as dark as it is, with everything going on, I started watching Adam Sandler movies again. Like, I watched Grown Ups. I watched The Wrong Missy, which is by Happy Madison Productions, and I remember watching them when they came out and being like picking them apart like this is fucking dumb, this part's dumb. Not like Billy Madison and Big Daddy and Happy Gilmore were all classics, but the later Adam Sandler movies. But I find them weirdly comforting now. Like if anybody's just having a day and like the world's bringing them down, go watch Grown Ups. Like I think you'll find it surprisingly comforting. It's dumb, but like it's almost what we need right now. I don't know. It's weird. It's very weird. Very weird time. I'm very excited for Bill and Ted 3. Darius, I've also got the hiccups. I can't wait for it. Scuba Steve. Damn you, Scuba Steve. You gave him the easy ones. Hip Hop Anonymous. Oh, shit. Little Nicky, Tomo, my wife made me watch that the other night because we were watching those movies, and I just don't get it. Like, I do not get Little Nicky. I never have. Okay, it's one I can't get behind. I agree. F4K3. Scream, or Evil Dead 2 would have won that one for me too. But hey, it's the world we're living in. Cajun Horror Talk, thanks. Says, do you guys think they'll remake Killer Clowns from Outer Space? Maybe go darker? We did a whole video on this. I think if they make Killer Clowns from Outer Space in today's climate, they should use the scariness of clowns, and they should make it scary. Because remaking it, I don't think you can possibly hit that same vibe the original movie hit. So I think if you do remake it, make it scary as fuck and have the clowns really be scary. Because even that movie had some elements in it that freaked me the fuck out as a kid. But most people disagree with me hard on that statement. I understand. Ryan Gillen says, that's my boy. It's great. You know, we reviewed that when it came out, and Jay and I actually laughed a lot in the theater. We didn't end up enjoying the movie as a whole, but it did make us laugh a lot. I feel like I didn't stop to take a breath the whole time you were gone. It was really weird.
Oh.
I don't know what happened. Blood Red Sky says, saw Grown Ups in theaters. The crowd was going nuts. Yeah, Jay, I was just telling them about how like movies like Grown Ups and like the later career Adam Sandler movies that we usually shit on, with everything being so serious and dark in the world right now, they're super comforting to watch. Like I watched Grown Ups again the other night and I laughed my tits off.
Yeah, Grown Ups is a great fucking movie.
It is.
I even kind of liked Grown Ups too a little bit.
Oh, I hated that one. That one I couldn't.
I didn't mind it. I thought there was some funny stuff in it. I have to go back and watch it, but I remember not hating it for some reason. I don't know. I just like that they kind of were doing like where the old comedians are reuniting.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Like, David Spade, Adam Sandler, all those guys, Kevin James. Even though I heard Kevin James was a big fat cock in real life.
He was good in that Becky movie as the killer. He was shockingly good. Intel Wild says, say what you want, but Scream 1 and only Scream 1 brought horror movies back into the 90s. You're damn straight they did, sir.
They did.
They really revived that. And we got a bunch of shitty movies that came out of that, but they revived horror. Yeah,
I mean, here's the thing. At that point when it came out, what was it, 96, I think? 96 when Scream premiered? 96, 95? But the thing about, like, you really had, like, you had Freddy's Dead, you had a lot of jokey-ass movies that had been coming out, kind of, at that point, you could really look back and say that a lot of the horror movies had just become stale. Especially, well, not all of them, but there were, like, stale, like, serial killer type films. And, like, that was the first time that it came back and put some new juju juice in the IV and was like, hey, this is some good shit.
Absolutely.
Hey, can you move your cup from I can't see any.
There you go. Sorry.
Yes.
Ryan Gillen said
he said nothing.
He said Twister remake. Why? Totally agree with you.
Are they remaking it?
They're remaking Twister.
Oh God. Titty Twister, fucking retarded.
I got two feelings about this. Number one, I love tornado movies, and I'm psyched as fuck to have a new tornado movie. But number two, why call it Twister? Like, why? You don't have Bill Paxton. You don't have Philip Seymour Hoffman. Yeah. Just call it Tornado. Fuck. God.
I call it something even. I call it Nader. Not Ralph Nader, but just Nader.
Nader.
Like Nader.
That's a big fucking Nader right there.
That's a Nader, motherfucker.
You stole my design, you son of a bitch. Movie juice.
Why would you? But I really want to know though, like, how much have you run out of ideas if you're going to go back and remake Twister? Like, it's fucking good the way that it is, and Bill Paxton was immortalized in that.
You can just call it anything. It just has to be about tornadoes. It doesn't have to be a fucking remake. Movie Juice says, "Hey guys, the Zohan is hilariously underrated. Completely
great fucking movie. I love it. He's got them. Smell it, now take it."
I fucking love that movie. Jonathan Mann says, "Heinz, get well vet. I'm a trainer of dolphins. You want me to talk to dolphin? You talk to me." For God's sakes, I'm a doctor, not a pool man. Ricardo Dio says, Dawn of the Dead 2004 brought back the zombies.
I love it. Yeah, and you know what? Dawn of the Dead, the '04 remake. I remember there was such a controversy when that movie came out because so many people were fucking butthurt with tampons shoved in their mouths because they made running zombies. And I remember Snyder had to come out and fucking like defend it. They're like, it doesn't, it's just, what are you doing? Are you not George Romero fan, you piece of poop? And he was like, listen, the George Romero style zombies walking, slow and shambling and getting cornered by them is obviously fucking horrifying for its own reasons, but making them run and making them a little bit more agile fucking adds to the terror level, and that's what he was doing. He was making his own version, which, by the way, Romero liked. He didn't hate it, but people were getting all technical. They were getting sassy pants with him. They were like, well, yeah, but if rigor mortis had set in, they wouldn't run that fast. Motherfuckers, it's a movie. It's about zombies. It doesn't happen, yes, unless you're married. If you're married, then yes, you are a real-life zombie, usually. But it's usually based on horror fantasy. There's no such thing as a real zombie. Yeah. But it was so crazy, and I thought that movie is extremely underrated. The '04 Dawn of the Dead is one of my favorite iterations of zombies, next to Day of the Dead. Day of the Dead is my favorite, but that one is right up there. And then I also like Night of the Living Dead, Tom Savini remake in '92. So
yeah, I don't get that. I don't get the hating zombies running. Zombies running makes zombies fucking scarier. I mean,
well, what else? And they didn't go after 28 Days Later for the same fucking thing. You know, they're not zombies. They're not zombies. It's like, yeah, they are. They all look like bitches running to Starbucks coffee in the morning. By the way, Courtney says, we are ready for the tie.
Okay.
And you need to invest in a majestic crystal for those evil spirits. I've got it. I eBayed it and Amazoned it. It's on its way.
Nobody vote yet until I give the call sign. But when I do give the call sign, which is going to be... Hit me with the phone, dick!
Oh, you had one already.
I thought about it for a second. Yeah, it was my turn.
Oh, yeah, it was your turn.
You slut.
We would not be good Monopoly partners.
No, we would not. Hey, Jarvis is here. What's up, Jarvis? Thanks, man. He says, what's up, dude? Is finally back on the stream after hiatus. We're glad to have you back, bro. Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Courtney's awesome.
All right, so when I say, hit me with the phone, dick, you're going to vote number 1 for Scream 4, or you're going to vote number 2 for the Evil Dead remake. Am I on the right track here? I think I am, yes. All right. You hit me with the phone, dick! Vote number 1 right now for Scream 4, or vote number 2 right now for the Evil Dead remake. Jay, what's your choice?
Evil Dead remake.
I figured you would say that.
Look, I know you like Scream 4. I can't get behind it, dude. I don't like the fucking plot twist. I don't like the ending of that movie. I think it's fucking cheap. I think it's trash. I think the idea that you're using, the idea that her... Well, I mean, you guys have seen the movie, so I'm not going to spoil anything with your butt crack. But the fact that you're using her niece is as dumb as when you tried to make fucking Jamie the killer at the end of Halloween 4. It's fucking stupid. It doesn't go anywhere. It's one of those it literally is the most basic thing you could do. It doesn't do anything to extend the lore or the storyline of Scream. But the remake of Evil Dead, it's one of those films, at least I can go back and watch, and I'd be like, it grows with time. You grow to appreciate what they did with time. The problem with that film is that they tried to hype it up to be some badass fucking gym that you need to go to lose weight and get ultra powerful in like 5 minutes. That was the problem. If they had just said, hey, it's a great fucking movie, it's not going to make you pass out and fucking have to have paramedics called and restart your heart fart like they tried to do. If they had just said that, I would have been like, you know what? I'm on board with it. But the problem with when you went and seen that movie in the theaters, it was like you were let down completely because they'd hyped it up too much. Scream 4 wasn't much of a hype job, but it was just I can't do that movie. I can't watch it because I already know how it's going to end. And Hayden Panettiere wasn't bad in it. It was cool that Neve Campbell came back. It was cool that fucking David Arquette was in it. But at the same time, when your ending is that shit, it's like, dude, it's like you wrote that movie when you were taking a dump in the toilet and you had fucking severe diarrhea and you had to finish it really quick and to send it in. It's so unoriginal. It's bullshit. I just don't think it's and then you shoot. Oh my, and they're not really dead till you. It's corny. It's cheesy. You shoot them in the fucking. Oh my god.
Jay really hates Scream 4. Everybody. I don't know if you can tell. And that's okay. I like Scream 4. Like, I like Scream 4.
Yeah.
I rewatched it again a couple weeks back, and I enjoyed watching it. I think it's weird. Like, it has this weird bright sheen on it, like where everything's like really lit up, and it's strange. But I enjoy it because I thought it had the essence of Scream in it. It still had the horror group. It still had the actors that came back. I thought everybody did a really good job in acting. I thought the end was fun. I didn't enjoy the whole lemon squares fucking joke that they were trying to do with his deputy and all that. But I thought David Arquette was great in it. I thought it was it's the third best movie in the Scream franchise. So I thought it was fine. I think it's a decent movie. But Evil Dead wins for me as well, because I just watched Evil Dead literally right before we did this, and it's the first time I've watched the Evil Dead remake since we saw it in the theater. Now I remember specifically when you and me went to the
I
theater
didn't have a 6-pack.
Yeah,
because I was scared.
Yeah. Jay was scared shitless. The movie the Evil Dead remake had been pumped up to like holy shit levels of, oh my god, you're gonna shit your pants and die. And we went to see it, and the problem with a lot of horror movies is if you drink too much before you go see a horror movie, it's not gonna scare you. So
I was thank God for that.
we had a few, and we went to see Evil Dead, and neither of us were that impressed by it. We thought it was really overhyped. We didn't think it was that good. Tonight's the first night I've watched it since then, and man, I'm not shitting you. I was sitting in this very chair watching it going, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. And this is the unrated version, so maybe that changed a little bit. But I thought the Evil Dead remake was fucking fantastic, man. I thought that they pushed it to the fucking nub, man. Like,
push it to the limit.
Don't look down, here's what's ahead. You gotta push it. But dude, like when she cuts her own arm off, instead of starting down here, she starts at the bicep. Yeah.
It gets there. It gets there.
She's stabbing him in the eye with the needle. And Jane Levy was fucking great. Now, she said she's not going to come back for any more movies, but she was fucking great. Okay, stop voting, everybody. I think we've gone far enough. But the Evil Dead remake, man,
it's a tulip bowl of goodness.
It's way better than I gave it credit for when I first saw it. It shocked me. It fucking scared me. I'll take that back. It didn't scare me. It was as gory as a movie could be in today's times.
Yeah, the remake. Yeah, it was good, and not to mention the fact you had that incredible, wonderful fucking post-credit scene with fucking Bruce Campbell. Like that was awesome. Like Scream can't say that they didn't have any of that goodness going at all, because Evil Dead was such a phenomenal fucking movie, the original one, and then you have fucking Ash come back in his fucking full get-up. Get out of here. And by the way, I will say, Deborah's, I don't know, Deborah something, she's like, tell us how you really feel. I just did. I don't know what you mean. Yeah, Scream 4, I don't like. So.
I'd give Scream 4 a 6.5, and I would give the Evil Dead remake an 8. It's easily the Evil Dead remake for me. But Pop Culture with Pat says, longtime subscriber, love these Friday nights. You guys covered my interview with James Jude Courtney earlier this year. Still so grateful for that. I remember that, dude. You get a great fucking
really
job. That's awesome, man.
And he's a good guy. He's a really good. James Jude Courtney's an awesome guy. So.
And you did a great job with the interview. Jacob, awesome dude with an awesome band, pop punk band. If you guys are into that, like I am, he says, "Love you guys." By the way, jumping into the studio next week to record a 3-song EP. Should be out end of summer. I'll send it to you guys. Love Scream. I can't wait to hear, dude. You guys fucking rock, man.
Fuck yeah.
Derek says, "Here's $500 since I can't hang out tonight. I'll expect that in full, and you'll pay me with your mouth." All right, you owe me $498 with your mouth.
Mike's always trying to get those blowjobs when he can.
I want it. Blood Red Sky says Evil Dead attacking Meth Head sister was perfect.
Yeah.
That the way that they tied that in was really cool. I did enjoy.
By the way, one of the things about Evil Dead remake also is the fact that when they had like the demon girl coming out of that shit was fucking kind of freaky. You know what I mean? When you go back and watch that and the way they do it, they do a really good job building that suspense level up.
Yeah.
And like, it really gets you, like, it's a very immersive film versus Scream 4 to me. Scream 4 felt like I was watching a Facebook fan film.
Jacob also says, by the way, Jay, you make me laugh when I need it most. Heart insignia.
Oh, thanks so much, man.
Actually, I take back what I said about your band. I guess I don't.
I'm kidding, dude. Listen to this fucking quote.
I'm kidding.
No, we appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
F4K3 says, if you guys haven't seen it, Running Scared with Paul Walker was an awesome film that flew under the radar. Think you guys like it. We love that movie.
That was a great movie.
It's one of the Patreon reviews that are going to be coming up in the next little bit. Somebody requested it on the Patreon tier, so we're actually going to be reviewing that in the Patreon live stream at some point.
What would you pick? Running Scared or Joyride?
Running Scared. Badass fucking movie.
Yeah,
I like Joyride.
I love Joyride. It's really good, too.
Running Scared is underrated as fuck.
Yeah, it really is. And Steve Zahn is also very underrated. That's why I like Joyride a little bit
I
more.
get it.
But because just says Steve Zahn. By the way, we got the results in. Courtney Reed's like got the fucking gun. Let's go with the fucking Ash character. Number one has got 53.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
And number two, let me pull out my satchel of magic and sprinkle this fuck you 74.
Okay. Nice vote, guys. 53 to 74. Evil Dead remake wins. We have a tie right now.
It's great. Courtney and Vanessa called it early. They were like, "It's gonna motherfucker be a tie," and they're ready for that tiebreaker. They're ready to swallow pumpkins.
Got 2 votes. We got 2 votes to go, and if it ends up tied, we'll make up a final vote as well.
We'll get there.
Well done, everybody. Great vote all the way across, man. All the way across. Great
vote. Really
voting.
cool, man.
James Goudry says, thank you, by the way. Says, hey, guys, I sent another VHS roulette to you back in May. Has that package been lost in translation? Nothing but love and all hell wham Jesus. James, we did that 3 nights ago while filming, and that will be up on Tuesday, I believe. And it was a wonderful package.
It was really good, man. We love that package, sexually and non-sexually. But yeah, dude, I'll tell you what, me and Mike get very into that. Like, it's one of the best games ever invented. The VHS roulette is one of the fucking best games. And so if I know that we're going to be doing roulette, it's like you got to like prepare yourself like in Rocky IV. You got to do like sit-ups and then go into a barn and get sweaty for no reason so you can have a VHS roulette. But it's really fun, man.
Yeah, it was fun doing it, man. I can't wait to see it. We had quite a few drinky poos that night too. So it's going to be
I can't wait to watch that and be embarrassed.
Ricardo Diaz says, what if Falcor flew Sebastian to the T-Twister in Mexico?
If Falcor flew Sebastian to the
T-Twister in Mexico.
T-Twister, okay, in the Dusk Till Dawn,
Mexico.
What would happen? Well, they would just continue flying over because they would realize that that's full of fucking vampires and you're not going to get out till dawn.
That's the most fucked up fan film of all. Someone should make that fucking fan film. Fuck all this other shit. Make that fan film.
Oh, man.
I want to see it. You can borrow Thor if you want to. You can put wings on that bitch.
You know what? If you watch Dusk Till Dawn, though, you got that poster right there in my corner. If Dusk Till Dawn, it's one of those fucking movies that it really sucks. If you see how badass George Clooney is with his tribal tattoos and like he's got it, and then you see Batman and Robin, you're like, what in the fucking soapy cock in the butt happened?
Soapy cock in the butt. It's George Clooney's best film. Fuck you.
It's without a doubt, man.
Eric Olson, thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. Ricardo Diaz says, thank you, Ricardo. He says, what if Power Rangers teens lived on Elm Street?
I guess there'd be a lot more fucking calls from Zorba.
That should be the fucking remake of Nightmare 3. That's Dream Warriors.
You know what that would be like?
Dream
Freddy
Rangers.
Krueger. Well, Freddy Krueger would be like Rita Repulsa and create the Green Ranger. It's like, make my monster growl.
That would be fucking... Dude, I would watch the shit
I would
out
love
of
it.
that. Like, Freddy like stabs like Jason in the ribs, and he's like...
And then you get fucking Tommy showing up out of nowhere, like backflipping into the scene and going, "Yeah, dragon sword."
Ryan Strom says, "Yeah, I loved Running Scared. I'm glad I requested it." Yeah, that was Ryan's. That's we're gonna do that soon, man. Amazing pick. Jacob says, "You do too, Mike. I appreciate y'all. We love you, man. I was just playing." It's okay if you like Jay better. It's no problem. I don't like him. Ryan Strom says, "Love your faces, by the way. Love your fucking faces too, by the way."
Brandon Berry said, "Rip Joel Schumacher." Yeah, it
absolutely,
sucked,
man.
Yeah,
absolutely. That was dude. Goddamn, when you go back and look at the films Joel Schumacher really did, it makes your fucking taint hurt.
Well, it's actually Mike, myself, and my brother are in a group chat together, and we were talking about that, and it was kind of weird. Obviously, people are going to remember the shitty, Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, but I was telling Mike in that group chat, like the truth is that I do kind of start siding with Joel Schumacher, and not just because he died or whatever, but even back, before he died, was that he said it was a lot of studio involvement. Like before he even made Batman Forever, he wanted to do Batman Year One. He wanted to do a very dark, serious ass movie and make it very on the nose what they did before. And they were like, no, we need to have some fucking toys and Chris O'Donnell's cute. So let's do that. And they're like, hey, and that's, look, if you're a director of a big giant Hollywood movie, why would you be like, no? But if you look, because it doesn't make sense to phone booth, Lost Boy, all that shit that he's done before. Why would he not be able to do a Batman movie that's serious?
It's because when he does a movie, he goes full-fledged. Like, he could have made a half-ass Batman Forever, Batman and Robin, but like he goes full-fledged with if they make that movie, he's gonna do it. Look at Flatliners and how fucking goth that movie was.
Amazing.
Like, he's amazing at taking his style and just fucking forcing it in your face throughout the whole movie. That's what they asked him to do with Batman Forever. That's what they asked him to do with Batman and Robin, and that's what he did. But again, like I said before about Wes Craven, just because a guy has a couple stinkers, that just means sometimes that means that he fucking swung for the fences, which Joel Schumacher did at every turn, and because of it, you got movies like Falling Down, 8mm, Lost Boys, his incredible career.
Yeah, and if you had to pick a top 5 right now on the spot, what would you pick? Top 5? Joel Schumacher.
Lost Boys.
Yeah.
Falling Down. No.
Yeah.
Lost Boys, 8mm.
Yeah.
Falling Down.
I like what you're doing.
I throw Batman Forever in there just because it's a classic from our childhood. It's a classic from our childhood. And Phone Booth. I throw Phone Booth in there.
Yeah, I would go Lost Boys. I would go 8mm. I'm on with you, like the first two. I'm with you. My third one would be Phone Booth. I love fucking Phone Booth, dude. I think it's so seriously underrated. I love that movie. Colin Farrell is one of his best performances ever. And then I would go with...
he also did St. Elmo's Fire.
Yeah, I like that movie, but it always depresses me. I don't know. I'll get back to you on that one because I have to think about it. But yeah, your top 5 is good. I would go with the 3, but...
Intel Wild says, you guys are great. You can tell how real you are, not fake like other YouTubers, and you care about the Wham family. Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
That's awesome. Yeah, there's a lot of there's a lot of fucking pocket pussy vagina YouTubers out there, and we're trying to be better. There's also there really is, but it's whatevs. It's whatevs. We're just trying to live in our space, in our bubble, and we're happy that you guys are here. So
Jay fucked a goat once. Ricardo Diaz says, what if Cheech and Chong said
Candyman
in the mirror 5 times?
Now you're trying to move on to something else. Let's address that. Hey, look, an elephant. That's what you're trying to do.
Hippopotamus?
From Last Action Hero? Mike Holt is the biggest asshole I've ever met. Oh, Blade Brown?
That's partly true.
Blade Brown. I meant Blade Brown. From Kid and Play.
Ricardo Diaz says, what if Cheech and Chong said Candyman in the mirror 5 times? I mean, they would just die, but they would be so high that it wouldn't really affect them too much.
I think if Candyman said that in the mirror 5 times, he would just get diabetes.
Behind the Screen, thank you, says, do you think the original killers in the Scream 2 script would have been better for the film? The original killers in the Scream 2 script. It's hard to say, man, because Scream 2 was still pretty good. It still worked on a large level. So I'm going to say no, but we'll never know because we never saw the other version. The
weirdest thing about that movie is that I think that Scream 2 was good. It was decent, but do you not ever feel like it was unnecessary?
Nah.
But it kind of was because Matthew Lillard was dead, and so was Skeet Ulrich. Those characters were dead, and that was the main protagonists.
Any movie would be better with Matthew Lillard
antagonists
and Skeet Ulrich in it, but to do that, you would have to take him out of the first movie, which wouldn't really be worth it. So I don't know. It's
kind of weird. I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't have capitalized on it because it was a giant success, but it's kind of at the same time. But then again, I guess you could say the same thing about Friday the 13th.
Yeah,
you'd be like, well, it's kind of unnecessary.
All right, let's get to the vote. This one's going to be the Scream TV series. Now, I'm including all 3 seasons. Season 1, Season 2, and Season 3 when they brought the mask back. Versus Ash versus Evil Dead. You're going to vote number 1. Not till we give the call sign, but when we do, you're going to vote number 1 for Scream TV series. And you're going to vote number 2 for Ash versus Evil Dead. Did I do this 1, 2, 3?
No,
4,
Ash.
I feel like I'm missing something.
What do you mean? What are you missing?
No, I'm not missing anything. I'm right. Okay. All right. So, Jay, what should the call sign be?
Hell to the King, baby.
Hail to the King, baby.
Yeah.
Okay. So when Jay says "Hail to the King, baby," you will begin voting.
Can you guys hear the fucking police?
I can. It's loud as
I
fuck.
gotta go. Fuck, they found
flush
me.
It. You flush it out. You flush it out.
I feel like I'm in Goodfellas. Go flush this shit. Hail to the King, baby.
Vote now, everybody.
Oh
Vote
my God, I
number
gotta go.
1 for the
I gotta
Scream
go.
TV series. Vote number 2 for Ash versus Evil Dead. Jay, before you get arrested, what do you think?
Well, I'm gonna get arrested. I'll fucking tell you at the police station. I'll text you. It's the Evil Dead.
It's easy.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, dude, like the TV series is well done. It's got Bruce Campbell. It's got goddamn Bruce Campbell coming back as Ash, reprising his role. We get 3 great fucking seasons of him doing that. He's the same and the lovable goofball that he was in Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness. And he does such a great job. You also get Sam Raimi that directed some of those episodes, which makes it even fucking better. And they hold true to the ideals of what Evil Dead is about. Unlike fucking Scream, where you go to MTV and you want to jerk off juice all over what the 21st century wants you to be and change the mask and act like a bunch of douche holes. And then you go to Scream season 3 and then you're like, oh, we'll give the mask back, but we'll make it like this. You guys fucked up. Y'all dropped the ball. You didn't know what the fuck you had. You didn't know how to do anything with it. And you try to make it a fucking a speech about something. Evil Dead was like, fuck you, we'll take our shit and we'll keep our shit pure and for horror fans. And that's it. Like Evil Dead, without a doubt, Ash versus Evil Dead is the follow-up film for Army of Darkness. And they do it with love, they do it with care, and it truly does feel like a love letter to fans versus Scream TV series where it was like, fuck you, we'll remake this in our way, and I don't care about all the little babies out there crying about it's not Scream. Well, bitch, you didn't fucking survive, did you? You fucking went down the toilet hole. So there you are.
I think you said it the exact same way I would have said it for the most part. I mean, unfairly, Ash vs. Evil Dead also did go down the toilet hole, but it was revered and it was loved. And it was only because if that show had been on Netflix, if that show had been on HBO, it would have fucking survived. But because it was on Stars, and because so many people interested in Ash vs. Evil Dead only would have gotten Stars for that, especially in today's fucking rental climate and the way things work. If that show was not on Stars, I think it would have been a huge hit, which it was a hit. It did well. It lasted as long as it lasted. But Ash vs. Evil Dead, man, it was ingenious. It literally, you said it best. It was a perfect the comedy, the action, it was all a continuation of what the movies had done before it. It was the same thing. It was great. It was beautiful. Scream, on the other hand, I'm not mad that they changed the mask for the first 2 seasons.
Dude, I hated it.
I don't care. Like, I get it. It's ballsy. I applaud your balls.
I mean, I thought Val Kilmer was going to be in it from the fucking town.
To your balls. But,
or Heat.
But the property didn't matter to them. They wanted to do a hot, young MTV thing. And a couple of episodes were good. I liked Bella Thorne. I liked the way they started it. But I never even found enough interest for me personally to even finish the first or go into the second season. I watched the entire 3rd season, and that was garbage juice. They even brought back Tony Todd and basically had him play Candyman, and it still sucked. It's Ash versus Evil Dead every day of the week on this one for me. It's not even fucking close. But there are huge fans of the Scream TV series.
And I get it. No, I get it. But it's also fans that don't know, huffing paint is bad. I'm not saying that you but it feels like a lot of people that like that show, they never fucking really appreciated or watched Scream. It's such a departure from what that fucking movie was and what they were doing and the way they were making fun and parodying and parodying things that they went their own route and it's like, let's go get fucking crazy. Let's use this as social commentary. Let's do all this fucking crazy stuff with fucking Scream. And nobody bought it. You know why? Because nobody fucking cared. Keep our shit what we want. Like, we wanted Evil Dead, they gave it to Evil Dead. You go Scream and you're like, okay, let's go ahead and get a fucking mask from Party fucking Central or Party City and put it on, motherfucker, and they have like goddamn teen drama and have all this shit. Like, fuck that, dude. Like, it's one of those films, it's one of those TV series. It's like, there's no way that a studio can look at what they did, and you can clearly see it's bright as fucking day what you did wrong and what you did right. What you did wrong was fucking making that show about your introspective pullback, let's look at the world today kind of bullshit when people just want to have a good time with a horror movie or a horror series versus what Evil Dead did. They're like, we're staying true to the roots.
And they had some balls in that show too. They let Ash be Ash.
Yeah, I do, and loved it. Yeah, I love that shit. There's nothing wrong with that. It's fantasy. It's supposed to be fun, and Bruce Campbell himself loves that character. and Sam Raimi doing it, it was great. It was wonderful. So yeah, man, it's just one of those things that I think that Scream, the TV series, could have been so much more. It actually could have capitalized on some things. It could have improved the overall lore of Scream, but it chose to go a different route and become a fucking blog on Reddit. I mean, that's what they are. They're a fucking piece of Reddit blog. And unfortunately, that's what we stuck with. And that's really terrible. If Wes Craven was fucking alive, he would have said, fuck that TV show. He never would have allowed it.
He would have just directed it and it would have been better. But in the words of Vanessa Moreno, baby, I compare you to a kiss from a rose on the gray. Oh, the more I get of you.
Are you doing Seal?
Yeah. She commented that and it's very loud.
Yeah, that was great. Okay, so we've got the votes in, though.
My power, my pleasure,
and I love
my pain.
Courtney Reeds is here. I'm gonna just show you. I'm not gonna let you guys see the. Well, I'll tell you the votes and I'll let you see the GIF. Okay, so the option 1, 28. Option 2, give it to me one time, 90.
Yeah, you guys have made up for your Scream 2 Evil Dead.
Look, and that's the picture right there. That's perfect.
It was like me when I finally end my constipation.
Yeah.
That wasn't true. I haven't been constipated since I was 16. Sorry, I didn't mean to give you that image. Anyways,
Oh.
Evil Dead. Ash vs. Evil Dead wins.
I like it, man. I like it.
So now, with one vote to go. Now, to be fair, I'm getting a little weird echo here. To be fair, this means that as far as the franchises go, Evil Dead wins because the next vote's going to be a future vote. So that one technically doesn't really count. So technically, Evil Dead has won the series here because of this. Because with the existing franchises that exist today, Scream beat the shit out of Evil Dead, 91-24. Right? Scream won huge. Scream 2. And a shocker, and in my opinion, a goddamn piece of bullshit, beat Evil Dead 2, 69-67. Scream 3 lost to Army of Darkness big, 88-43. Scream 4 lost to the Evil Dead remake, 53-74. And now the Scream TV series has lost to Ash vs. Evil Dead, 28-90.
Oh, sure.
Ash vs. Evil Dead. So that gives the Evil Dead franchise 3 votes to 2 on existing properties. So by all intents and purposes, Evil Dead is the better franchise of the 2 franchises.
And you know what? I can't say enough that I believe that's to be 100% true. I'm sorry. I burped a little bit and hot air came out and it burned my throat. But I will tell you this. If you put Evil Dead against another franchise like Halloween or Nightmare on Elm Street or Friday the 13th, well, granted, there are more movies, but if you picked 4 of the best movies from each franchise, I don't know if Evil Dead would survive. But according to this one, I think it's the right vote. I mean, without a doubt, if you look back, what you have essentially 2 well-received Scream films, period. Out of the other, there's 4, you have 2 that generally everybody agrees are good. Yeah. 3 and 4, 3 is not. Like, that's not divisive. People will normally say Scream 3 sucks. 4, maybe a little divisive. People liked it. People hated it. The TV series, I think overall, generally speaking, people fucking did not like it because they departed so far from the original source material. It was a joke, and that's why it didn't survive.
What's weird is that Evil Dead, when you look at it, they haven't had a bad outing yet. They haven't had a bad outing yet. I mean, what's the worst Evil Dead property? It's hard to say. I mean, they're all pretty good.
Yeah. If you were to put a gun to my head and you were like, what's the worst thing they've ever done? Dude, goddamn, that'd be hard. Like, I would have to go Evil Dead 1 just compared to what they did and how they grew the character and they grew the story.
That alone seems like blasphemy.
It is. It's terribly. I mean, my dick shrunk a little bit, like smaller than it is. But Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness, and the Ash vs. Evil Dead TV series on Starz, they improved the character. They took what they had and they improved the story, they improved the character, and they actually made him move forward. And versus like, oh, we're not gonna do social commentary and we're gonna do all this shit with Scream. They didn't do
Which,
it.
I mean, to be fair, Scream does. They do it. I mean, that's
Well,
what they
yeah,
do.
but they did it. But they did it in a way. They did
Yeah.
it in a way that's not like
MTV
overly
did.
done.
Yeah.
They didn't preach at you.
But anyways, all right, we got one more, and then we're gonna end this thing. This is the last one, and again, based on what exists, Evil Dead is the better franchise. As much as I love Scream, I would have given the vote to Evil Dead 4-1. A Scream versus Evil Dead being the only one that Scream actually won, and Jay the same, obviously, because we agreed on this. But just for fun, we want to know what you guys think is going to be better. Do you think Scream 5 is going to be better, or do you think that Evil Dead Rise will be better? When Jay, is it your turn or my turn?
No, it's your turn.
Okay, so when I say,
yeah, I know, Vanessa. That's my text message.
when I say groovy, you're gonna vote number 1 for Scream 5, or you're gonna vote number 2 for Evil Dead Rise.
Okay.
All right, everybody ready? In this motherfucker. And as you guys vote, we'll get into the some super chats that we missed here. But if you guys are all ready, what the fuck was it? Groovy. Vote now. What movie do you think is going to be better? Do you think that Scream 5 is going to be better, or Evil Dead Rise is going to be better? Now, while you guys vote, Ricardo Diaz says, what if Michael Myers guest starred in the TV show Friends?
I would love it. That'd be great. I mean, Rachel and Ross would get together to unite to fight Michael.
It would really pump things up. It would really. I would love that episode. Just like when Jean-Claude Van Damme showed up. It would be.
And
amazing.
by the way, I know you friends, crazies out there. Rachel and Ross got me. I know. I'm joking. Like if he invaded early in the seasons when Rachel was being kind of a bitch to him, I think that Ross and Rachel would have got over their differences and got together and united.
Joey would be your only hope to escape Michael. I don't think Chandler or Ross had the balls to take on Michael at all.
Chandler was so like not giving a shit. He might be. He was kind of like Paul Rudd of the Friends. He was kind of like Paul Rudd.
Well, Chandler was always like high strung as fuck, so he was like, and they'll shout.
And Matthew LeBlanc, was that who it was that played him? He can't even remember fucking filming it. Chandler, Matthew LeBlanc, he couldn't even remember fucking filming.
No, Joey was Matthew LeBlanc.
Was it? Oh, who the fuck was Chandler?
Chandler was he was in the fucking the whole 9 yards. I can't remember his name.
Oh shit! Well, whatever.
I like that guy though. He's cool.
Yeah, I like him.
But Ricardo Diaz says, "What if the tall man was in charge of a daycare?"
That'd be great.
The funeral has begun.
He wouldn't have to shrink anybody down. They'd all already be midgets. They could just take them in.
Cheese sticks for snack. That's weird. I wish somebody would make that fucking thing. Blood Red Sky says MTV sucks. Totally agree. They shit on their own brand a long time ago when they stopped playing music videos. We're
Matthew Perry, motherfucker.
We're still old enough to be pissed at MTV for stop playing music videos and replace them with road rules.
Yeah, they're terrible. By the way, Talma Wagato, thank you. He says Matthew Perry was Chandler. Matthew Perry.
That's the one.
Yeah, dude. MTV has gone down such a turd hole, and you can never recover it from the sewer. Like, back in the day, Mike and I, my brother, we would watch MTV, and you get the latest new. Like, I remember watching one time and getting Mudvayne at 2:00 in the morning. Remember when they had like the 2, 3, and it scared the fuck out of me.
Had the deep cuts.
Yeah, and I was like, God damn, that shit's scary. That guy's like makeup. He's like, God, like he's like screaming at the film. But MTV is such a. And they don't even have fucking. Remember pop-up video VH1? I wish they would come back.
No, I know. I miss music videos as a whole, but now we have YouTube, so we don't fucking need them. The chat, guys. Sometimes the chat it moves faster than we're moving. I was trying to get to a couple of those chats, and I fear that we missed a couple. Listen, if you made a super chat and we missed it, just email me. We watched a movie, the number 2 at gmail.com. Let me know what it was. We'll get to it at the beginning of the next stream because they take them off here. So I'm really sorry about that if we did miss a super chat. But Vinny C says, thank you, Vinny. He says, who would win be a better quarterback, Ash or Ghostface? Ash because he's better with the handoff.
That's a good one.
That was good.
Woo! Bring that down. Good. You got the championship belt. You high flying piece of shit. Limousine riding, private jet flying. Vinny C. the
van.
That
had to be original as fuck, too. That was good. That was a good dad joke, man. Ricardo says, what if Chucky was a car salesman?
He'd probably be a really shitty one. By the way, Courtney says, He wants me to do Pamela Voorhees about Michael Keaton returning as Batman, and wants Mike to do Chalice about Mixer going away. Did you hear about that? They're shutting down Mixer.
Okay, hang on one sec. So stop voting. I think everybody's voted. And what was the chalice?
Just about Mixer going away. And then he wants me to do Pamela Voorhees about Michael Keaton returning as Batman.
Okay.
You heard about Mixer going away though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, if Zordon fucking texts me one more time, I'm quitting the Power Rangers.
Chalice
I'm joining fucking Tattoo Teenage Heroes from LA.
I'm almost wearing the Chalice shirt for it too, so it makes a little bit more sense. But Chalice would be like, I heard some of these Twitch streamers, they some pretty good looking ladies in there, and I'm gonna take a nap in the nurses' lounge, and when I come out, I'm gonna have a Boilermaker. I like to watch the ladies play the video games because, Linda sometimes she grocery whatever women do. That's a stupid question, Miss Grumpage, because I don't know what Twitch is, but there are some lovely ladies on the Mixer platform, and I like to have a couple Miller High Lifes, and I like to watch them play their video games. It's wholly educational. I'm a doctor, and we need that sort of experience. So just don't turn it off. I'll say that.
That's right.
Today I say, don't turn it off.
Don't turn it off.
Don't. Yep. That's it.
That's pretty good. I liked it. So, Pamela Voorhees about Michael Keaton returning as Batman. Okay. Jason, Mother has news for you, Jason. You can never go to Gotham City ever again, Jason. I'm going to tell you why. Okay. Mother wants you to keep your life, but I don't like you, Jason. The man known as Keaton of Mike is coming to reprise his role as Batman, Jason. Yes, he dresses as a giant bat and flies around the city, Jason. He will strip off your hockey mask and make you play lacrosse. Jason, don't go to Gotham City. Stay away. Just go and get Mother cigarettes and scratch off tickets, Jason. That is your job, Jason. That's all I need you to do. Don't tempt fate. They call him the Dark Knight, even though he doesn't have a horse, Jason. They call him a knight of the dark, Jason. And you are a stinky person of the swamp, Jason. Tell Mother this to my face, to my head, which all I have in my body is left is my head, Jason. Do not go to Gotham City. Do not take on the Batman, because Michael Keaton, he was once a Mr. Mom, and now, Jason, he is a man of the bats.
Gotham City.
And R. Kelly, who peed on sheets. With underage girls, Jason had a theme song for the man of bats. It is no good for us. Stay away from Gotham City.
City of Justice, Jason.
Yeah. Can you move your cup? I can't see your face. Like, I can't see you.
Oh, sorry. Buffalo Sapsky says Perry was Chandler, said he was so drunk and on Vicodin that he does not remember seasons 2 and 3. Well, you know what? If you have drinks in Vicodin, you're not going to remember Friends.
You know what's crazy, though? Is you got $1 million a fucking episode, though, for not remembering.
Hey, he worked it out.
That's cool, man.
Okay,
him. So we got the results in. Holy shit.
Tell me, Jason.
Are you ready, Jason? Mother will not replay this ever again in her mind pictures, Jason. Okay, so oh fuck, dude. All right, so option 1, we got 56. All right, you ready to bring the thunder? Option 2, 53.
Eat my fucking. Oh, never
I
mind.
know.
Never mind. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. In my stupid drunk mind, I thought we were on the last one. I thought we were on Ash vs. Evil Dead. 56 to 53. So that means that the people think Scream 5 is going to be better than Evil Dead Rise, which is fair enough. That's fair enough.
Ooh, I don't know about that. I mean,
not bad. I don't.
It's not. You know what? I'm not against it. I'm not saying that it's not going to be good. Mike and I both have high hopes for it, but at the same time, look, Bruce Campbell is personally on board with Evil Dead.
As a producer.
Well, yeah, but I'm sure he
movie,
is, and he wanted to be on board anyway back in the day when they did the remake, and Sam Raimi. I'm sure the producer, Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell are. Who the fuck is left on the Scream team to make it real? I
don't know who I'd pick, but I have no problem with Scream because Radio Silence, they're fucking geniuses, man. Ready or Not was amazing. You're getting back David Arquette. I get it. You know, Scream.
Damn, I don't know.
Evil Dead Rise isn't going to have Bruce Campbell in it, and it's not going to be a sequel. It's not going to have Jane Levy in it either. So I think they're both going to be good.
But if you're telling me like both. Scream 5 is opening up against Evil Dead Rises. I'm going to see Evil Dead Rises. Fuck that.
No S.
Fuck that. I'm not watching Scream 5. I already know what they did with Scream 4. I already know the kind of bullshit they're playing. I know what their MTV fucking like TV series. I know what they're fucking about. I'm not even interested. I'm really not. Like I'm kind of interested to see.
You're not interested in Scream 5.
A little bit I'm not. No, I'm not. I mean, if you're gonna put a gun to my head right fucking now and tell me which one I'm gonna pick, Rises.
I mean, I get it. You picked the other one, but you're gonna say you're not interested at all in Scream 5?
I'm not like not interested. I'm interested in a way that I guess I don't want to pay like fucking $25 to go see it in the movie theater.
Dude, I would pay like look at the shit you paid. You paid $25 to go see Transformers 9 in the movie theater.
I didn't go see Transformers 9.
I mean, fuck. I'm excited as shit for Scream 5. I think you're nuts.
There's a lot of people that are, but I mean, I already know what they did. They already butt fucked their fucking franchise with the fucking series.
Scream 4 wasn't that fucking bad. I mean, come on.
No, not Scream 4, the series, the MTV series.
I mean,
at least with Ash vs. Evil Dead on Stars.
With this movie.
But I'm saying, but at least with Ash vs. Evil Dead on Stars, they maintained the truth on their fucking franchise. They didn't try to go and make this fucking ridiculous. Yeah, but
that doesn't make Scream 5 any worse.
I'm not here. Listen, I'm saying that if you're gonna bring back, and we already had this discussion, and we already did the video on it, but Neve Campbell and David Arquette coming back, kind of cool, neat. People don't want Neve Campbell to die. I understand. I get it. But I also, Mike and I were both the same people that were saying that Jamie Lee Curtis's character should have died in Halloween 2018.
Right, but Scream's had 4 movies. Jamie Lee Curtis has had fucking 12. You know what I mean?
I'm saying Jamie Lee Curtis was in 4 of those basically Halloween movies. So if she had died in Halloween 2018, more power to you. Move forward with the story.
I wish she would have died in fucking H2O.
Yeah. But if you're gonna have Neve Campbell coming back, she's gonna come back as an old lady that's a mom now, and then my kids. Like I feel like there's so many different routes that you can go to make it a bad movie with Scream because Wes Craven's not around anymore to fucking be like the final say, and it makes me scared. It makes me more nervous with Scream 5 than Evil Dead. Faux show, because with Evil Dead you still got Sam Raimi around and Bruce Campbell.
Right, as producers, which means that either they're gonna be really intense and have something to do with it, or they're gonna be sitting at home eating fucking Cheetos and cashing a check and not giving a fuck what happens.
Yeah, but Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell were both very fucking vocal on that.
Sam Raimi hasn't spoken.
But no, on the TV show with Stars, on a Stars TV show, they were all about it, and he directed some shit.
Right.
So I think he's got.
But
he's
not
like,
the movie.
This is a franchise that means a lot to him.
But it doesn't mean enough for him. He decided to fucking direct Doctor Strange 2 rather than direct this movie.
Well,
so it doesn't mean that fucking much to him at this point.
I'm saying, but at the same time, I think that if the fact that you went out of your way on a TV show on Stars to be there and direct a movie, and you're Sam Raimi that did Spider-Man 1 through 3.
He didn't direct all the episodes.
No, but he directed some shows. That shows that you care about your product.
I mean, he cares about it, but that's not to say that the guys like. Look, if you think about it, and you're Radio Silence, right? And you just came off of a fucking huge hit in Ready or Not, right? You're fucking. They're the Chris Lord and Philip Miller, whatever the fuck those Lego guy movies are, of the horrorverse right now.
Right.
They directed a movie that was fucking smart. It was irreverent. It had balls to it. It was really original. It was really good. And then you have the balls to take on Scream 5. That tells me that you have a good plan for it. Because right now they are hot as shit in the industry, and they could go do something original and take no risk. But they're doing Scream 5 instead. And even Neve Campbell, who previously said she was never going to come back out of respect for Wes Craven, is so impressed with their script and so impressed with their idea that she's willing to come back for it. I don't think Scream 5 is any fucking push-by thing. I think Scream 5 could be fucking great. But I also think that Evil Dead could be great.
Yeah, I think that, I see a lot, look, I'm not reading all the comments, but I see some comments like, why you all hating, or why I'm hating on Scream so much. I'm not hating on Scream. I'm saying that Scream 1 and 2 peaked. All right, let's be honest with ourselves and fucking finally have a fucking heart to heart here. When Scream 1 and Scream 2 came out, it was almost like a peaking fucking thing. It happened. It was great. Wes Craven was amazing, and it was one of those films that will always forever be indubitably.
Scream 4 is not that much worse than Scream 2.
No. Huh?
Scream 4 is not that much worse than Scream 2.
Scream 4 is about as bad to me as Scream 3. It's not as bad as Scream 3, but it's up there with
I give
Scream
Scream 2 a 7.5 and Scream 4 a 6.5.
And the TV series is a turd that nobody flushed in the fucking public toilet.
It didn't have
but either way, I'm just saying that I don't hate Scream. I love Scream. I thought Scream was a great fucking film. I thought Scream 1 was great. I thought Scream 2 was okay. I think that overall, though, you're going to compare the two franchises and what can move forward and what can actually happen. You're going to, I look to Evil Dead to actually continue a story and to continue to expanding and having new original content versus what Scream did. Unfortunately, Wes Craven's no longer around, and the estate is all that's left, and he's not there to fucking be like, no, this is not going to work for what I want to do with this. Like, you guys are moving so far away from what I intended. You guys are making this your own fucking thing. I'm not saying that Scream 5 won't be good.
Now, Wes Craven directed Scream 4, so...
Yeah, and I know, and I hate, look, you can have bad scripts, you can have a bad movie, but at the same time, I think that, man, I don't know. I think that Scream 5, if you're just asking me personally, if you're going to ask, like, Scream 5 versus Evil Dead Rises, I'm going to go see Evil Dead Rises. I think I'm going to get the bigger bang for my dollar. And movie theaters are expensive nowadays. If you're going to say, okay, you're going to pay $25 or whatever for your fucking movie experience, I think Evil Dead 5 will be worth, or, Evil Dead Rises will be worth my time versus Scream 5.
But you would go see both of them. I mean, you would not go see both?
If I had the money to go see both, yeah, I mean, I would. Or if I had the money to go see both, yeah, I would. But I mean, I'm just saying, like, vanilla people that go and see a film, they're going to say Scream 5 versus Evil Dead Rises. I think that generally people will go see Evil Dead 5 because it's or Scream 5.
I think Scream's a more popular franchise in 2020.
No, I meant to say Scream. But Scream is the name, the brand is bigger than Evil Dead.
Yeah.
The brand is bigger than Evil Dead. It really is. I mean, you gotta give it where it is. But I think that overall, if you're gonna get the better movie experience, I would say maybe Evil Dead Rises.
I think it's neck and neck. I think to me it's almost a tie. If I had to choose, if you gave me if you gave me one, you put a gun in my head like you said, and you can only watch one movie before you die, it's gonna be Scream 5 or Evil Dead Rise. I'm so curious about Scream 5. I want to see it. I'm going to go Scream 5.
You would take Scream 5?
I'm going to take Scream 5 because I like both franchises pretty much equally. I love Scream and I love Evil Dead. But Evil Dead is going to be directed by a guy who directed a movie called Hole in the Ground, a guy that I don't know dick about. And Sam Raimi didn't direct it himself, and Bruce Campbell's not going to be in the movie himself. And I'm excited as fuck about Evil Dead Rise. Don't get me wrong, but Scream 5, it's got an up-and-coming horror director behind it. They just added Paramount on top of Spyglass. They think it's going to be a big enough deal. They really believe in it. I'm going to go Scream 5.
Because, again, Scream is a corporate fucking movie at this point. Scream is a franchise that corporations are comfortable getting behind. Bruce Campbell's the only
one that's even interested in talking about Evil Dead right now.
But Scream is like Nike. And fucking Evil Dead has become like goddamn Adidas. Like, most people will be more interested in a Nike product versus an Adidas product, even though the Adidas product might be able to put out a better shoe.
And they might be able to. But, like, I mean, fuck. To me, if Wes Craven was around right now, Wes Craven would be directing Scream 5.
I think he would.
Sam Raimi is around right now, and he doesn't want to direct Evil Dead Rise. He wants to direct Doctor Strange 2. So that tells me something right there.
But Sam Raimi also said that he was ready to have other people take over the franchise. Unfortunately for Wes Craven, what Wes Craven did was Wes Craven was very fucking all about his series after Nightmare on Elm Street, because he fucking did not come back on Nightmare on Elm Street 2, 3. all he did was a writing fucking credit on Nightmare 3, and then he got to do New Nightmare. He fucking lost control of a franchise that he loved. So on Scream, he was like, I'm going to handle this differently.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that I'm here, and I'm going to, even though the movies, to me, sucked, Scream 3 and Scream 4, it was his baby.
Yeah.
That's why I think that he never gave it any kind of like a corporate control where like, okay, we'll pick the director and you move on and you do your own thing.
Wes Craven, for as many pillars as he built in the horror community, the guy at his heart was a fucking worker. I mean, he went into Scream 3 and they dicked his script and they dicked the plans for it and they dicked him all around the place. And he said, you know what, I'm still going to make the fucking movie because I'm a fucking worker and I'm going to put the movie out there. And he's done that with other movies. He's had his movies shit on by studios and broken apart. And he said, you know what, fuck it. Be all means, take away my budget, fuck me over here, fuck me there. They fuck you in the drive-thru. But Wes Craven
fuck you everywhere.
was a worker, and he put out fucking films, and he made those fucking films. So I mean, this isn't a part of the argument. This is just like what's up to Wes Craven.
Talking now at this point, but I feel like Wes Craven, like in a way, in a lot of ways, I think that Wes Craven should have just been like, look, if you guys are going to take what I did with that script in Scream 3 and fuck me in the ass, I'll say fuck you. I'm not making it. That's what he should have done. But he knew that he couldn't do it because he wanted the movie to be made. That's the thing. He knew the script, what they had done to him. He was like, no, I mean, at the same time, you got to have principle. You're going to be like, hey, man, this is the script I wrote. This is what I want to do. And if you don't like that, then fuck you. And they hire another director that wants to appease whatever fucking toys you want to sell at Toys R Us. Like, I mean, fuck that. But, you know, you got to make money in your own way. But I think that Evil Dead 5 or Evil Dead Rises or whatever, I mean, whatever you want to call it at this point, I think the fact that you have more interest with Bruce Campbell and Sam Raimi is interested as well. Sam Raimi was the one that came out.
They're not going to be a part of the movie. They're going to be producers. Like, Bruce Campbell's
not
going to be in the movie.
But they are a part of the movie. If you're producing it, you are a part of it.
Yeah, dude, fucking John Carpenter was a producer on Halloween 2018. He showed up on set for 8 minutes, farted, and ate a Subway sandwich. I mean, he's not a fucking, like, you know what I mean?
That
like,
movie
he did score it, but...
Do people not like that movie? They do.
That's not the point. My point is that being a producer doesn't mean shit. It doesn't mean shit.
Actually, Rob Zombie was the one that in Halloween 2018 he had to stay within or not 2018. He had to stay within a fucking conscript.
My point is that they hand out executive producer titles in Hollywood like fucking candy. Now, sometimes the producer does have a lot to do with the film, and you're right in the fact that if Sam Raimi has something to do with it, I think he will have a lot to do with the film, and Bruce Campbell the same. But I'm just saying, you can't just be like, oh, they have something to do with it, because being a producer doesn't mean shit in Hollywood. Yeah, it means that your agent was like, hey, look, they won't give you the director title, but I got you a producer title, and I got one for your cousin, too. Being a producer doesn't mean dick unless you're really involved.
Yeah, but I don't think Sam Raimi directed fucking episodes for goddamn The Show. For the TV show. He
also fucking produced the Grudge remake, and that shit sucked ass.
It did, but he was a director on a couple of the episodes on a fucking Starz TV show.
Right, but he's not directing this, so it doesn't.
I know, but he cared enough about the franchise to step in and do a directing.
I mean, if the question is does Sam Raimi care about the franchise? Yes, but what I'm saying is that Scream 5 has up and coming fucking hot directors doing it that are also writing it, that are also breaking their back and risking their career to do it. Evil Dead has its creator who goes, I'm going to pick someone else to do it. I mean, that's all I'm saying. He's not going to direct.
Well, a guy named Pony Smasher fucking made Lights Out. So I mean, and that was.
I'm not saying the movie won't be great. I think it will be great. I'm just saying, like, just because Sam Raimi's a producer doesn't mean the movie's going to be great.
And Bruce Campbell's on board. So
as a producer, though.
Yeah, but you have either way. Look, the point being is like if Mike wants to go see Scream 5 when it comes out.
Barely, by like this much.
By much, yeah. And I'm the same way. I'm the same way. But either way, like difference of opinion. That's what makes the country go round.
Let's see here. What we got? Joe Madero says, Michael J., do you remember the show Fear on MTV? It was like Ghost Hunters meets Fear Factor. I do remember that. And I remember thinking it was going to be dope as shit, and then watching it and being like, this is stupid.
Was that where they had the body cams?
Yeah.
Where they had the. Oh my god! Yeah, that was such a bullshit thing. Because they set up, dude. I heard about like that show. They would send them in like these abandoned fucking haunted places, and they would scare them on purpose.
It was as fake as Road Rules. Buffalo Sapsy says, can Jay do Slender Man meeting Leatherface at Subway?
That's
pretty good.
How you doing, Chad? You have like face upon you mask. It look like human skin. We don't say human skin at the Subway sandwich shop, but we do say it's chicken teriyaki, which me think that you would enjoy a lot, child. If you know what you would do if I were you, I would take that mask off, child, and enjoy some fresh Subway sandwiches. Let me tell you something right now. We have a lot of $5 for 5 footlongs.
All right, Ricardo Diaz says, "What if RoboCop was a cashier at Burger King?"
That'd be a good one.
I don't even know. Like, I can't process that.
I pulled the pickle, protect the tomato, shoot the chicken.
That's perfect. Stephen Carras says, "Why does no one mention Courtney Cox with Scream 5? I think it's just because she hasn't been signed on yet. I think that it's going to be interesting to see she's signed on.
By the way,
everything
I want to point out, Mike and I weren't really fighting.
No.
We were just having a difference. I saw people like, oh, yeah, Jay's triggered. I'm not triggered. Like, we were just, like, we're both passionate about films. We're passionate about horror films. I'm not triggered. We were having a good time, guys.
You guys want to see us fight? We'll look like Mike Tyson eating each other's ears.
Yeah. It's awful. Like, we'll fight for a second, then we'll hug.
No, that wasn't a fight. I brought.
Yeah.
Nick Mundell says, "I think if Dr. Loomis rolled into Woodsboro, he would have a few tips and things to say about what's going on with all the murders." Jay?
Yeah, absolutely. What I would do is, you might want to go to AT&T and trace phone calls. When you find out those are those pieces of poop that have no friends, you lock them up or you beat the shit out of them. No need for that. Let me tell you what you're trying to do. You're trying to be like, what, Michael Myers? You'll never be Michael Myers. You'll always be a pisshead in the overall arch and reaches of serial killers. You're nothing. You're like a dirty hemorrhoid that you have to put preparation H on. It goes away eventually. Ointment. You're nasty. Oh, you're so mad. You're so mad that your mommy had an affair with another person. Get over yourself. You dirty, greasy, nasty, Valvoline employed, dirty, oil man. I'll take my car to you, have my oil changed. Stop being pissed.
David Nangle 3 says, "Scream 5 needs more unique kills. No more knife stab for every kill. It's so boring. And make Ghostface less goofy. And for the love of God, kill Sidney." Now, I disagree with kill Sidney because I don't disagree with it. I'm not saying that they should or shouldn't. But to kill Sidney by Ghostface hands would really kind of trivialize what she's been through for 4 films. Like, go through all those 4 films just to die by Ghostface hands anyway. That's the thing I don't like.
Technically, I mean, I'm kind of on board with that, but technically, did not Nancy do the same thing in Nightmare 3?
Yeah.
I'm not talking about New Nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about Nightmare 3. She got fucking killed by Freddy after, giving the fucking power or whatever to Patricia Arquette. Mm-hmm. She got killed pretty basically. It's kind of the same thing. They're just trying to move on.
Who's to say they don't New Nightmare Scream 5? And in honor of Wes Craven, bring that script out, and that's a very interesting idea, by the way.
It's true, but I'd be like, you guys are like low on ideas. You guys are Hollywood. You guys are Hollywood.
Brittany Bush, you did not have to do that, Brittany. Thank you so fucking much. Seriously, we really appreciate that. It says, "Hey guys, sorry I haven't been around. Imagine living in Texas with no AC right now. Been miserable. Hope all is well." Oh god damn. God damn.
Awful.
My parents' AC just went out. $7,000. $7,000 fucking dollars for that shit. That's insane. And we don't even live in Texas. But Brittany, thank you so much. We love you endlessly. You're awesome to us, and we're not worthy of you. Thank you so fucking much. God damn. My AC went out for 2 days, and I wanted to piss on myself.
Even what the fuck? All right, you know what? I'm just gonna start becoming a robot for the channel. Everybody appeals. No, it appears that I am triggered on every fucking thing. No, you are triggered. You are triggered. Guys, I don't have any fucking stake in the movie. I don't make money on the movie, but it's called passion. It's called about actually giving a fuck. So I'm not triggered though. I mean, Mike and I have a difference of. All right, I'm not gonna get into it.
We're not fighting.
No, but it
Mommy
pisses
and
me
Daddy
off.
aren't fighting.
It gets me. That triggers me a little bit. That the fact that you think that, but whatever.
It's fine, man. Or Ricardo Diaz says, what would Dr. Loomis sound like training Rocky Balboa? You channel your anger into Rocky.
No, I can't do that right now.
Fucking tomato cotton. You piece of shit.
You hear all these morons out there in the cyberspace? They talk. Their mouths move up and down like pieces of plastic shit. They have breathe in, they breathe out. They have no value except to run their garbage mouth and say you are weak. You are weak. You are not weak. You are a man. Stand up and lift the weights. Lift it. And then you will defeat who is in front of you. Also, take plenty of creatine and do steroids. I don't care. We need to win. Goddamn. We need to win.
Kevin Williams, dude, thank you so fucking much, man. Seriously. Says, hey guys, much love from Chi-Town. I wanted to ask, which would you rather watch out of the worst movies of Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th and Halloween series? Also, how do you think a talk would go between Dr. Loomis and Pamela Voorhees? that's
Oh my God. I don't know. I'm not trying to do Nutty Professor.
The worst nightmare to me is Freddy's Dead. The worst Friday to me is Jason X. No, Jason Goes to Hell. Jason Goes to Hell.
I was gonna say
Worst Halloween to me is Resurrection. What's the worst of those? To me, honestly, I hate Freddy's Dead worse than all of them. That's just me.
Yeah. I think that Freddy's Dead is really bad. I get it. Like after you watch it a few times, they're trying to make him a joke. Like I get what they're doing. If he's a pop culture like icon at that point, so I get when that movie came out, they were trying to make him like MTV, and you know it was just like capitalizing on his pop culture success. But it's still a terrible movie. And then Friday the 13th. Manhattan, dude. I hate Manhattan maybe worse than Goes to Hell. Like, I fucking hate Manhattan. It's so boring. There's nothing that really happens. There's some cool kills in it, but it's a terrible fucking movie. And it's a terrible idea to put Kane Hodder in that. It's just a waste of fucking talent. And then what was the other one? Halloween. Oh, Halloween is for me Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. I'd rather watch fucking Resurrection, I think. Because the only good thing that saves fucking Halloween, Rob Zombie's Halloween, is the 30 minutes at the very beginning of the movie. The rest of it's garbage.
Yeah.
When you introduce unicorns and fucking Michael not having the mask on, fuck you. You've lost all credibility.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. And then, obviously, dude, I'm going to pee my pants. I have to
pee really bad.
I got to pee so bad, but we still got a couple of these to get to. So I'm gonna literally pee really fast. I'm going to come back. I'm going to be back in like 12 seconds. I'll be back in 2 seconds. We'll get to the last of these before we close it off.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, I guess it's us. I guess it's us. Yeah, it's so weird. Like I look at the camera angle and what I look like on Mike's camera. I look like I'm in the back of a Blockbuster with the posters look good, but my camera looks different. But it's not the same camera that he uses because I have my camera that looks at me and then it's a different camera. But either way, Brittany Bush, thank you so much. She says, I have to go, guys. Just want to show support. Hope you all have a great weekend. Stay safe. You too, Brittany. Thank you so much. We will stay safe. Everything's going to be okay. And I'm not mad. So, no, Xshin 6. Look, when I read your name, Xshin, I feel like I'm in, like, Big Trouble in Little China. I feel like I want to be goddamn Jack Burton. What the hell is that? Look, guys,
potato salad. I feel better.
No, thank you, Douglas. I'm gonna get you guys some good dad jokes later. I've been taking a break on it. I don't want to keep going. Mike obviously has a hernia every time I do one, so
I want you to die.
I'm gonna get some good ones, but I'm collecting. I'm collecting right now.
All right. Do you got to pee, or can you hold it for like 5 minutes and we finish?
Fuck you. You went
finished
to
all over
pee.
you. That's what I said. I couldn't hold it. So, like, I'm asking you.
I mean,
Can you hold
all right,
it?
well, no, I can hold it. If it's 5 minutes, yeah, I can hold it.
All right. We'll end this thing. But Kevin did want a talk between Loomis and Pamela Voorhees. If you want, I'll do my weak ass version of Pamela, and you be Loomis analyzing Pamela.
Okay, go.
All right. So you're Dr. Loomis. I'll be.
Well,
Pamela.
hold on. No, hold on.
I thought you were gonna put on a wig.
All right, go.
Well, you're the doctor.
I know. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Doctor, my son was killed by swimmers.
Sounds like porn.
I can't take it.
You can't take what?
The thought of him drowning, Jason, it keeps me awake at night. My poor
bet it
Jason.
does. Let me ask you a question. You care more about your child that drowned in the lake of crystals, or more about the fact that you have no relationship with the boy's father? What do you have to say? Tell me right now. Why you got a mustache?
Otis hurt me,
Otis?
and I can't take it.
Oh my God. Otis sounds like somebody that never made it in college football.
He was a quarterback.
Yeah, I bet he was. He was terrible. Nobody signed him.
He said I look fat in my sweater.
He was telling the truth. You're
all
mad at
the same.
Otis? You know what? Let me say something. If you had been less concerned about Otis than your own boy, Otis.
Otis.
Yes, I feel like I'm talking about goddamn rice.
Say his name, Doctor.
I'm not gonna
Otis.
say shit for you. I will tell you this. If you had been more concerned with your son than Otis, the Widowmaker, then maybe he'd still be alive and not running around the Lake of Crystals killing defenseless teenagers that deserve it in some way. They don't deserve to be dead, though. Not even close. You know what your son is doing right now? Your son is going and collecting bodies and putting it into his house. God knows what he does behind closed doors.
No, Loomis, no.
Yes, Pamela, yes.
All right. Oh, fuck.
Hold on.
You should have gave him swimming lessons, bitch.
I didn't want to get too near. Well, hold on. Vinny is saying Mighty Morphin Elm Street Rangers. He said, "Did you and Mike see the Arnold as RoboCop deep fake? It's amazing."
I did not.
I have not seen that, but
would
that
be dope.
sounds fucking awesome. And then he says, "Can you dethrone the limousine riding, jet flying, kiss stealing, wheeling, dealing, son of a dad Joker? Low." No.
I like the way you worded that, sir.
Yeah, he said, "Tell Mike Jason's dad is Elias, not Otis."
I know. I couldn't think of his fucking name, dude. I was like, I was on the spot. I literally couldn't think of it.
Otis is way better. I think
Otis
his
is
name
not
should
far from Elias, though.
be. Yeah, if you're gonna name your kid Elias, Otis is like the backup.
I could have went with Opal. That's perfect, though. Literally, when I said that, I was like, "Oh fuck, what was his name?" And then that popped in my head. But Blood Red Sky says Scream 5 is a cash grab. Evil Dead will have heart. That's interesting.
That's a good point.
Which else these there? Brittany Bush says, "Stop arguing, bro. Hug and say y'all love each other."
We do.
It's all fun.
I don't know what you all mean. Like every night when me and Mike climb in our bunk beds, we say "I love you" before we go to sleep.
We only fight off camera. It's okay.
Yeah, it's fun.
Cajun Horror Talk says, "Hey guys, settle an argument for me. It miniseries or It Chapter 1?
Ooh, that's a good one. Tim Curry, man. Tim Curry.
Chapter 1. As far as like, look, It miniseries has better nostalgia. It has better moments. Yeah, but It Chapter 1 is just better well made overall.
Yeah, It Chapter 1, the miniseries is overwhelmingly the better like acted of the two, but you got to go with the theatrical release.
I will take Tim Curry over Skarsgård though. Can't help it. Brittany Bush says, "LOL, I thought y'all were really arguing." Rovenary says hi too. Rovenary!
Guys, we don't like. I don't know if that means we're really good actors. You might just have discussions. I don't know if that means like people forget what it's like to have a difference of opinion, because you can still be friends at the end of it.
That's all good. Brittany says she has to go, guys. Thank you so much, Brittany. You do not have to do all that. I really appreciate it. She says, just want to show support. Hope you all have a great weekend. Stay safe. You too, Brittany. We love you. Thank you so much. It was good to see you. Absolutely.
Yeah, I talked to her earlier.
Ricardo Diaz, what if Quentin Tarantino used your phone for long distance? You'd be fucked. You'd be fucked.
Look, I would never confront Quentin Tarantino because he's a fucking master of making you feel like shit and then making you apologize for what you did. But he'd be like, hey, I got an idea. Why don't I just pay for my own stuff, right? Because I'm not like I got nothing going on, right? Like I asked you to do me a favor, you didn't do me a favor. But what I will tell you this right now is like you're a piece of poop. You're a piece of shit. Right now, I hate you. I hate you. And you know what? If you want to talk to Jamie Foxx is down the aisle.
Ricardo Diaz also says, you guys should do a versus of the best time Scream Queens of all time. I think that would be interesting. I think you guys would be fascinated to see how low Jamie Lee Curtis was on our list. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
That's something we could agree on.
We normally agree on a lot of stuff. So
I know. That's fine. Isabel's here, everybody. God, it's got to be like in the middle of the fucking night there, Isabel. She says, hi, guys. This seems to have been a fun one. It was. It was a good time. Thank you, Isabel. It was nice to see your
Apparently
face.
We hate each other, and we're going to be meeting each other in WrestleMania 87.
But, guys, that is the show. We hope you guys had fun. Friday Night Fights. We got a ton of awesome content coming to you next week. It's going to be fucking awesome. Thank you guys for hanging out. Evil Dead wins, but people are just a bit more excited for Scream 5 in the future. So we'll see how that turns off.
Bloodline Skies, by the way, thank you. He says your audience is full of instigators.
Instigated!
It sometimes become like high school. It's like, hey, you motherfucker, you know what that asshole said about you behind the lockers?
I think most people were just joking around.
Yeah, it was a joke.
We love you guys. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. It's been a blasty blast in the taint juice of Neanderthals' Christmas highways.
Back to the future.